Bam! What is up with the squad? It's your favorite RT with Uncle Tendencies in the building with Rob the Man Media. Y'all know what it is. Y'all got hot takes on Friday. Shake my hand, shake my hand, shake my hand. MiLaysia Fulwiley, the newest member of the Shake My Hand Club. Shake my hand.
Yo, hey, listen,
Salute.
y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Shake my
Hey, listen,
hand in the
welcome
building.
to the new world of NIL. Shake my hand, shake my hand, shake my hand. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know MiLaysia Fulwiley is my freshman. That's my sophomore, my favorite. Wishing her the absolute best. She did work while she was at South Carolina. Hometown kid that came in there and got a natty. I see y'all coming in the chat heartbroken. Don't be heartbroken, man. Don't be heartbroken. Clap, lay out. Clap, lay out. Clap, lay out. That was. This is a hometown kid who came in there, stood in at the crib, got her a natty, came back, went to another natty. Six Woman of the Year, most outstanding player in the SEC tournament as a freshman. All of the things that we celebrated MiLaysia Fulwiley for as a Gamecock, celebrate MiLaysia Fulwiley for as she walks out the door. Once a Gamecock, always a Gamecock. Salute, Lay. Love you. Run the bag up. Go get him, Lay. Go get him. Shake my hand. We'll see. We'll see you. Love Lay no matter what. Rob, what you think?
I mean, she's looking honestly, when you break this move down, from the standpoint of why she possibly could be leading, it has been confirmed she's leaving. But from the standpoint, I wouldn't say I would tell anybody don't bash the kid because there's potential she could come back. And I'm gonna say that again. Don't bash the kid because there's potential that she could come back. And I'm saying that for a reason. It's going to be a bunch of schools throw a bunch of offers or a bunch of money at Lay. But it's ultimately going to come down, does the situation make sense to where she's going? At the end of the day, she wants to play more. She wants to, just play freely. So it's going to be interesting to see. You got to thank Lay for everything that she's done. She's helped bring a championship to South Carolina. She's been one of those impact kids off the bench for 2 years. She wants to start. She wants to play. She wants the ball in her head and let her work, let her cook. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I think she stays in the SEC for sure. I don't think she goes to a different conference. I think she stays in the SEC just so she can play South Carolina. The schools that what schools can close the deal is gonna be the question, right? Because you got to know Texas is gonna try to play a part in it. Her in Tennessee is not a good fit. But I got two teams I got my eyes on in the SEC, and I'm not kidding. Ole
Well,
Miss,
I could see like Auburn. Ole Miss. I didn't think about Ole Miss.
Ole
Auburn.
Miss, and Auburn, right? And the reason I'm saying Ole Miss is because they got enough defenders. They just didn't have nobody that start play. They go get it offensive wise. You put her into like now that she gonna probably guard threes and she ain't gonna be guarding guards, and they got somebody that can guard guards. Ole Miss could be one of them teams. But I really got my eyes on Auburn. If I'm breaking everything down to you, I think it's Auburn is probably gonna be the front runner for her. Knowing that Auburn is looking to go get some things, but man, it sucks to see her leave though. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I would say she could possibly come back. And she's only probably hitting the portal because she's getting some advice by somebody that, probably should be giving advice to her. But, it is what it is. That's what happens. Can't hear you.
Hugs, Bookie. Hugs to
Yeah.
you. No, don't be sad, y'all. Listen. And I know it's probably people in her corner talking and everything.
Oh, hey, keep in mind, here's the sleeper team. UCLA.
Okay.
They ain't getting rid of all them guards for no reason.
Okay, listen. And I'm sure people probably got in their ear. Bags was offered. But as hard as it was for that kid to make the decision to stay at home and play basketball, I'm sure it was as hard for that kid to make that decision to leave, right? So she's leaving a sisterhood, She's leaving a school and a coach and a program that she wanted to play for since she was a little kid. Um, I don't know if that means that. I don't know what that means as far as like if Jamisa is getting in the portal, if Jamisa is staying at SC. Um, what other offers and opportunities she has as she grows her brand. Just wishing her the absolute best. Like you said, she could come back. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. How do I feel about it? I'm just wishing her the best. Um, I don't know if there were other schools on her list. Um, I know when Lay talked about what schools recruited her, she said not many came because they was like she's going to South Carolina. She's going to South Carolina. But I'm thinking about like she's leaving the opportunity of playing with Lassie, who she played with before, opportunity to play with Joyce, who she said she wanted to play with, to continue playing with Ashland. So there's a lot of things that she's leaving behind. Um, just because she's in the portal, it doesn't mean that she has to leave. I understand that. She could come back. Uh, the only other school you said the only other school that was on her list was Florida, but she ain't going there. Team
She ain't
up
going
with
to
a
Florida.
deal. I don't know. You don't like her at UCLA? No,
Listen, I
put her
didn't
to
say
land.
you had. Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm saying it's a sleeper team based upon what's exited out of there, right? There's a couple powerhouse teams she can go to that's got rid of a lot of guards that allow her to play freely, right?
Mm-hmm.
UCLA, they don't have no guards outside of Kiki Rice. They're on the roster. Everybody else is gone. Then you go up
Could
to
you see her?
You got to Notre Dame.
I was gonna
They ain't
say,
got nobody
you
but
say Notre
Hannah.
Dame.
They ain't got nobody
Could you
Hannah.
see her?
So
Could
her
you
and
see
Hannah
her
in the
going
back,
to?
hey, her and Hannah in the backcourt, they can work. They can work
Could you
there.
could you see her at a Ohio State with a Jelani Cambridge?
I could,
At
but
a
I don't know.
at a
I can't
good.
see. My thing about this is when you take like when you start talking about like Notre Dame's and Ohio State's, I don't know if a kid like that want to go up north where it's cold at. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Vanderbilt.
want. So it's gonna be either a South team or something on the West Coast where she wants to stay in warm weather. I don't know if she's ready to face that. Hey, every day you gonna have to go through them cold days up there. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different out there.
Do you think that it's all about being able to start and play and not being able to renegotiate NILs? Do you think for you does it seem to be all about playing time versus chasing a bag? Do you got an opinion either way?
It's a mixture of both, right? You got to think about it. At South Carolina, everybody getting equal money, right? You go to a different school, you might get more playing time and more bag. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely somebody in her ear telling her this. Like, listen, it's somebody that already didn't talk to somebody because if it ain't been confirmed that she got a do not contact tag on it, but she got to do not contact tag. That means the work already been done. She already know where she going.
Okay.
But that part hasn't been confirmed. It just she hit the portal, but they ain't been confirmed with do not tag. More than likely, and this is me being real, for her to go into the portal at this period of time, because the portal shuts down on the 22nd, right? For her to go into the
Mm-hmm.
portal at this point in time means that she was already in contact with somebody via her family or whoever's representing her was already in contact with a certain school. It's just they had to clear out roster space and roster room for it to make sense for her to come there.
Okay. Let me say this too, y'all. I know everybody in shock, but we had like 200 people in the chat and I only see like 18 likes. So in our shot, let's take a minute, hit that like, double tap on the screen, hit that like. If you're on TV, scroll up to the right, hit the like on both platforms. Five of y'all share this video out right now. Let them know that we talking about late in the portal. Five of y'all, that's all we need. Five of y'all share this out. Let them know we talking about this right now. Okay, I think she wanted to start. Y'all think the license transfer helped Lay make a decision?
No,
I don't
no,
know.
it's not. I'll say this: you can't. It didn't help her make a decision because she already played with her. So it's like you
Mhm.
know what kind of character you're getting. You know what kind of player you get. You know who this person is because you played with her before in high school. So it's not like now if Lassie never had nothing to do with the program or never played with anybody in the program, I can give you that. But when you're talking about somebody that you've played with, it's kind of hard to like, I'm running off from that. Like you don't want to play with that person. Hey, Bree Wayne, hey, that's a sneaky team, Notre Dame, NC State. That's a sneaky team because you know he gonna let them guards rock. Hey, you know he gonna let them guards rock. Hey, White can do whatever she wants if we go to NC State. What you want? They probably giving her the biggest bag out of everybody because it's gonna be what you want. 1, 2, 3, shake
I
my
mean,
hand.
listen, yeah, shake my hand. Listen, and look, I don't know what I'm surprised more than anything because I thought if she was gonna jump in the portal that it would have been done by now. So I was surprised to hear it today. But this is the new era that we in right now. This is the era that we are in.
But listen, it's been 40
Uh,
it's been 48 hours since last thing committed, so it had nothing to do with her because she just got in the same day.
so that's what I'm saying. I don't. I didn't see it coming, but like I said, just wishing her the best. I mean, I'm not surprised. Just heard the news. This is gonna sting, but I wish her the best. Okay, I mean, yeah. Listen. I hate to see her go, but I'm not gonna tell y'all that I feel like we're not gonna win the national championship next year. I
I
can't.
keep
I can't tell
I
y'all
keep
that.
seeing people I keep seeing people saying Duke. Here's the problem with Duke. She has to play in a system, and she's trying to not play in a system. She wants to play freely, play in space. Duke is not one of those teams that's gonna let her. Lawson ain't gonna let her do how she wants to play. So that doesn't really make a lot of sense for her to go to Duke. The type of offense they run is not going to allow her to play how she wants to play, and that's kind of the reason why all this is, it is what it is. But listen, fan favorites gonna come and go, and that's why I always tell people fan favorites is gonna always come and go. So yeah, you might love this kid, but sometimes they might get bad advice from people, and they go with it. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know, what I'm saying, what it really looks like until that person commits to another school and you see the pieces around them. Then that's when you can start to say, oh man, you went there because for that. So then everything else starts to play out why the person left, things like that. You will never know the true reason unless you know somebody in the family, you talk directly to the person. So
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I feel like at the end of the day, it's still Lay's decision. At the end of the day, it's still absolutely Lay's decision. I'm sure that she sat down, she had a conversation with her support staff. She talked with Drip. And she gonna make the very best decision to help her get to the next step in her basketball journey. Um, I just think that like in this day of NIL and revenue sharing, we gonna see this more and more. We'll see this more and more. Kids may not stay for the 4 years. This is why we may start seeing like the what you said, like the contracts or whatever to make kids stay. But at the same time, listen, I didn't always told y'all I don't want I don't want them to make kids stay where they're not, where they don't want to be at. So whatever the next step is, I just want to make sure that she gets a place that's going to continue to develop her as a person and a player.
I Tennessee might work for her, might be previous school that recruited her. I'll say this about Tennessee. For Lay, if you want to just play, free basketball and just do whatever, I mean, you can go to Tennessee and do that because they really don't have an offense. It's just pretty much if can you break a girl down and get to the rim. But the problem is, do you bring for the freshman class that Tennessee just brought in somebody from the suffer if Lay comes in? So are you willing to? That's the reason why Kiyomi. That's the reason why they end up like cutting ties over Kiyomi because she wants all these minutes. I don't know if Tennessee's willing to give up them type of minutes for them type of kids.
Do you like a Kiyomi and a do you like a Kiyomi and a Lay connection? Or
Yeah, hey, listen.
y'all say Vic calling for Lay to come to Texas. Vic Lay with Madison. What do you think about them matchups?
I'd rather
Them
see her go to
pairing.
Auburn. I'd rather see both of them kids in Auburn and let them rock out. I'm gonna tell you like this: offensive wise, it's gonna be showtime. Defensive wise, they ain't gonna better guard nobody. That's gonna be the real thing. So
That's the thing. That's the piece of her that I want to
yeah,
keep developing, because Lay could be a great two-way player with the speed and athleticism that she got. I want her to continue
yeah,
to develop as a defender. So I hope she goes someplace that develops her entire game.
yeah. I just Auburn's wide open. Like the minutes are wide open. You know what I'm saying? They thought they had a commitment from his former player. She decommitted from Auburn. So I'm really trying to figure out what Auburn got going on, because they ain't really signing nobody. So I'm like, what are they trying to do? So to see that kid decommit that just played with him at his previous school at Ford, meaning that he trying to work on something big, and he trying to flip some people off some rosters, those own rosters. So you put a Kiyomi with a Lay together, that's your 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Either one, they both can do, whatever. We playing free. You know what I'm saying? We got two impact scorers they both can give us 20 any given night. Or 30 if
And we
they
got
feel like they really getting their bag. So those two cards just defenses where you like, hey man, who you gonna guard? You know what I'm saying? You better have a defensive stop at your 3. Because if you don't, hey, it's gonna be Cook City.
Man, you said Cook City, but we cooking in the math ain't math. We got 309 in the chat. We got 43 likes. I need y'all to run them likes up. Run them likes up. This is special I takes Wednesday on Friday with breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Here, okay. Here we go. Here we go.
I
Let's
got
look at South Carolina. Go ahead. What you want to
no,
say?
no, no, go ahead. Keep cooking.
South Carolina without Lay. Do you think this could start
Trickle down effect.
a trickle down effect where you see some other people rolling to the portal?
I mean, listen, you bring in Lassen, right? When you bring her
Mm-hmm.
in, she's finna get bulk of the minutes. I don't give a damn what you talking about. You talking about a leading scorer that can go get buckets from any level. She's gonna take up a lot of minutes, and she's gonna be she's a little bit similar, better defender on the at the guard spot. All right, you got Raven there at the 1, so it's like your 1-2 sold up. The only open spot is the 3 right now. It's not a 3 on the roster. If I'm being honest, there's not a 3 on the roster, right?
So you don't think Tessa or Isla fits at the 3?
I'm not saying they're guards. They're not 3s. They're guards. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing that hurt us was the
Oh, what
wing
you was
spot.
talking about? What you was talking about the other day?
Yeah,
Having guards playing wings instead of
yeah,
true wings there. And
yeah.
do you think Joyce could be a true wing?
George could be a true wing. It's about, are they going to allow her to spread her wings and be that true wing? That's the difference, right? Because she's a mismatch. She's a mismatch at the 4. So do you bump her up to the 3? You know what I'm saying, in a situation. So that's what you look at. So,
But then you also had Neepkins visiting. You also had Gianna visiting. How
but
does that factor in?
that'd be your 3 right there. Like that's your 3-4 combination. They can, depending on matchups, they can switch defensively with 3-4. That's your matchup right there. The only problem with Joyce is, can Joyce guard a 3, right? Because a lot of people playing guards there, and what helps you win championships is your 3 spot more than anything, because your wing defenders are the ones who's guarding the best player on the other team. So if you don't have that 3 spot, a great 3, you're gonna struggle when you're trying to win a national championship. Just look it up. Like every national championship, they've had a 3, and the 3 has been the person that helped them get over the hump. More than they star players, it's been the person that's at the wing that's helped them win.
Okay, let me say this to y'all. Let me say this to y'all. You can't, in this new era of NIL and all that, you can't get devastated by players leaving. In this transfer portal era, can't be devastated. It's next woman up. It's next woman up. You got to stay 10 toes down with your team, man. It's gonna come and go. Frank say Joyce can guard 1 through 4.
That's fine, but it's you can say that, but it has to be proven on the court consistently. Consistently, they don't have her guarding it. Consistently, they have her guarding 4s and 5s.
But let's not. I'm not gonna act like there's not development that we was looking to have happen with all of these players over this summer, right? There was all things that we was looking to have them come back into better next year, so next season. So I still expect them to all continue to work on those things.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, I thought about trickle down effect. To me, I felt like Lay and Tessa played together very well, and I was looking forward to seeing them continue to grow, kind of like as a duo. And so, since I have been hearing rumors already about Tessa, would I keep her in Columbia? Would I have her leave Columbia as well? We'll look different next year.
It's truly the conversation's already been had. It's just a matter of decision, like when you want to publicly come out with it, right? I think the reason why people so hurt by Lay is because she's a hometown kid. Like you feel like hometown kids. When you land a hometown kid, you just like they just know that what it means so much for the school to keep that hometown kid, for future hometown kids to come there and not run away because this is what might happen. So I get why everybody's so frustrated and so upset, and it's that. But
now Chris is in the chat talking about Don effed up with this one. How? It's a kid's right to get in the portal. It's a kid's right to get in the portal. All Don can do is be as transparent as she can be. This is what I'm doing with my team.
Hold on, sis. Let's rewind selector. Let's rewind selector. Y'all were just telling us that she was holding players back and she needs to be on the floor. But then the kid get in the portal and then y'all get mad. What are we talking about? Which narrative y'all want to go with this? Because just the other day, am I right? Am I losing my mind or something? Because just the other day, y'all was talking about she was holding kids back. Lay need to be on the floor. Lay this, lay that. And then the kid make a decision because y'all, based upon what y'all said, then the kid acts upon that, and now Don's the problem. Okay.
Don's the problem. Don misused her. Don misused Lay. She misused Lay. So Lay got to get in the portal. She misused Lay. She misused Lay so much that she's leaving here, playing in back-to-back national championships as a freshman and a sophomore, 8 national champion, the most outstanding player for the SEC tournament, played in two back-to-back SEC tournament champion. Like she held her back so much that's the resume that she's leaving with. Compare MiLaysia's resume with anybody else's resume in the portal, and then talk to me about held back and misused. I'll wait.
I smile. It's very similar. It's very similar. That's the reason why I'm not even trying to go there, because it's very similar. It's very similar. That's why I ain't saying nothing. I'm trying to chill, but it's very similar.
Your mind don't have to be changed, but you didn't drop no receipts. You just gave your opinion. I just said I gave you why I don't feel like she's held back. Tell me what she missed out on. How she was misused. She's so misused. Again, like I said, tell me about a resume that's in the portal. Anybody's resume that's in the portal is better than MiLaysia's. Tell me.
Yeah, man. See, this is what I'm saying.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm trying to get an answer to my question. Tell me the name of the player whose resume is better in the portal.
Hey, listen, man. Do we need to drop a link for y'all for somebody to pull up right quick, man? I'm with it. I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because one minute we say this, then the person reacts to what y'all telling the person to do, and then we upset the person leaving. As y'all just explained that she might need to do that. That's all I want to know.
Sure. Being a starter matters to some folks. Again, but you still haven't answered my question, Chris Gray. You typing a lot of stuff, but you ain't answering my question. Name the player whose resume is better. I'm waiting.
I'm
just waiting.
If Raven would have left, do you think Lay would have stayed? That had no. I don't think Raven's decision had nothing to do with Lay. Like 1000%, it had nothing to do with Raven, and it had nothing to do with Lassen. I'm just being honest, because if it had something to do with those two factors, she would have won the portal that day. If it had something really to do with those, she's just looking for her opportunity, and that's what it's okay. You just looking for opportunities to go and play free. You know what I'm saying? That's how she want to play. She don't feel like the system is how she want to play anymore. You know, she did what she did. Hey, any person's dream is to stay in home and play for that team there. So she's good.
You don't have to agree with the choice, but since we in the conversation, or at least respect me enough, I listened to your part of the conversation. Answer my question. You done typed 6 different things. You ain't even answer my question, Chris. Like, Name the player that's in the portal with a better resume. That's all I asked you. I'm engaging you with the conversation, but engage me back. What's the answer to my question?
Tessa's boyfriend is in the portal.
He been in the portal. he been in the portal. Officer T. Davis, you been on her accounts asking her to stay? Late mom was sold on SC when she said Lay wasn't going nowhere.
Which I gotta realize, it ain't Lay or her mama making this decision. That's what y'all don't realize. That's the part that y'all don't understand. When you are represented by somebody, your representations are making these decisions for you. I'm just trying to tell you.
Listen, you don't keep a kid that don't want to be kept. If Lay feel like she can go and develop someplace better, that's what she does. We've been talking about the fact that when these kids are signed with, and I don't know if you've been missing the conversations that we've been having, Ghost, but we've been talking about, I think, over the weeks about how when these kids are signed up with these companies and they have these endorsements and these agents, they kind of drive how they move, right? And the I's that they got to dot and the T's that they got to cross in these contracts to get this money also drives how they got to move. Where's it that your brand want to see you at? Where's it that these bigger brands want to see you at? The business part of this also factors in. Go ahead, Rob.
I was trying to think, is Lay signed to like a shoe company? That's what I was trying to think about.
Yes, she signed at the Curry brand. She's a Curry brand kid.
All right, so
that's an Under Armour kid.
She signed. Oh yeah. She signed her, right? So more than likely, you have to think about schools that has Under Armour. Why do I keep saying Auburn for?
It's an Under Armour school.
Okay. So I just want things to start to make sense, right? I keep seeing people put like schools in there, and I'm like, hey, listen, business wise, right? If a kid is already signed to a shoe deal, they want like these shoe companies do want these kids to be in a bigger role. Yeah, I do know that, right? So they are calling a representative and be like, hey, listen, how can we get our kid in the bigger? If we got this kid signed, we want this kid in commercials. How can we get her into a different situation where her brand can blow up? Because they're trying to make money. So more than likely. Have you ever seen
I got a question. Have you ever seen a kid leave a shoe company mid-school, mid-college season?
Well, the shoe company would have to close it. I mean, we'll have to cancel you out. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm seeing people in the chat, literally, like I see LSU. LSU is
it's a Nike school,
right? Okay, so she would have to leave Under Armour, leave Steph, and pretty much become a Nike kid to end up at LSU, most likely, or could she be there anyway?
You know the weird thing about that is business don't work that way. Like the company, you have to come to a mutual agreement, right? So say you took some money from that company, you might end up having to pay that company back that money. So do you want to pay that company back that money just to go to the Nike school?
Well, if that's what you got to do, then you better negotiate that Nike pay the money back for you. 367 in the chat, y'all. Run them likes up for us. We cooking. You would have to. I would have to build that into my contract. Like I come to Nike, but you're gonna have to pay Under Armour off.
All right, so listen.
Do I mean that much to you?
Let me explain this person to they put this Cooper Flag New Balance thing, right? Travis Hunter. I'm explaining from the football side. Travis Hunter was signed to Adidas, and he played at Colorado, which was a Nike school. Travis Hunter could not work Adidas because he would mess up the contract that Colorado has with Nike. So he had to wear Nike while he was representing Colorado until the last minute of the last second ticked off the clock, and he ran out of eligibility or he could declare for the draft before he could start wearing Adidas. So if you see Travis Hunter walking around anywhere right now, you see him in Adidas gear, and he's been signed. He's been getting paid by Adidas, but he could not represent Adidas as long as he was at the University of Colorado, which is a Nike school. So players can sign contracts and go to different schools, but in reality, they would prefer you to go to one of the school brands that is represented by that shoe brand. Because guess what? If you go to a school, quote unquote, you and Under Armour, you go to Adidas or Nike school, they're not going to allow you to wear Under Armour. You have to wear the brand that is represented by the school. Otherwise, you mess up a contract for the school, and the school in return is, guess what? they're gonna have some real problems and issues with you because they're getting paid X amount of dollars, millions of dollars. So understand that, hey, a kid can sign whatever deal they want with another shoe company, but they cannot wear it while playing for the school.
So Political Lil said Flauché is a Puma athlete. Does she get to wear her Pumas? I don't know if she wears Pumas on the court.
She can't. She's technically not supposed to wear them on the court because they're a Nike school. That's the truth of the matter, right? Now, whatever they got built into the contract, are they paying the school? Hey, if the shoe brand want to pay the school for them to wear it and go against their contract with Nike, that's upon them. I can't tell them what to do. But in contract words, when you talk about contracts and what's written in black and white, they can't do that.
Okay. Auburn is the Under Armour school as far as we know, yes. Yeah. So I mean, I think this is to me, Lay becomes the biggest name to drop in the transfer portal this season. Is that in this offseason? Is that the biggest name to transfer out of a school? I think, right? The shoe brand at SC is Under Armour. So I think Lay's probably the biggest name. Cody Latson, Lay's the biggest name out there.
Travis Hunter signed his contract before he was done at Colorado. What are we talking about? I'll say Olivia leaving Notre Dame. Olivia leaving Notre Dame was not big. It was what you think it was. It really wasn't.
Oh yeah, nah. I don't think Olivia Miles is a bigger pick out of the transfer portal than MiLaysia Fulwiley.
Listen, Olivia Miles didn't even really have true suitors for her. That's why she went to TCU. She didn't really have them. Like, for a kid that's possibly could potentially be a top 5 pick, and you ain't really got that many SEC schools on you, what are we talking about?
But you saying Maryland is a UA school too?
I say the top players would have been between Lay and Lasson, like 1A, 1B, like those two, and then you put a Olivia Miles underneath them. Cody and Olivia Miles would be 2A, 2B, right? So that's what I'll say.
I don't care that Miles is an All-American. Fulwiley is a national champion, the most outstanding player of the SEC tournament and the SEC Six Women of the Year.
Let's just be real, right? Let's be real. When you look at Olivia Miles and you look at Lay, more people are gonna take Lay over Miles. Let's be honest. Miles don't play defense. Lay don't play defense. Let's be real. Who has a better offensive game? Lay does over Miles. I don't care how you want to slice this down, right? You just look at numbers based upon Miles play more minutes than Fulwiley, right? But if you actually put up that per 36, Lay's number is going to be more. It's going to be closer to Miles than you think it is. That's
now you're really talking. They don't want to talk per 40s. They don't want to talk per 40s, Rob. They don't want to talk per 40s.
Man, I just want to make some things make sense, man. Like, you talking about a kid that's playing in a system where she has to be hitting on defense, and she's just give me rebounds, and man, come on, man. Let me listen.
Lake probably would get drafted higher than Olivia Miles right now. Olivia
Miles hold on, talk about
Olivia Miles drafted so she had to go back to school.
Hey, check this out. If Lay was eligible right now, they're taking Lay over her any day. Man, let me just be quiet. Let me be quiet.
Come on.
Let me be quiet, man.
Come on, cook. It's hot take Wednesday on a Friday. Go on, cook.
Man, come on, man. What are you talking about, man? Listen, hey, Brad, would you listen, Brad? Real question: would you take Olivia Miles over Lay? Let me know in the WNBA. Let me know. And I'm
one in the chat. While he letting us know, run them likes up because we only see 67 likes. Double tap on that screen.
Listen. Anybody in the chat you can answer this question. Are you taking Olivia Miles over Lay in the WNBA today?
Brad said yes today. Yes, I would. That's what Brad said.
Okay, you know what? You know what's crazy about today is you draft off potential. You don't draft off today. Come on, man. What we doing, man? All right, listen. You telling me because peep game, right? When she gets to the WNBA, this is why she had to go back to college because she can't get by nobody in the WNBA. Lady, you can put her on the WNBA. She's gonna get past girls at the WNBA. Her game is more suitable for the WNBA than it is college, and that's the problem with Lay. It's just people don't realize is yes, you get to sit in these zones, you get to sit in and sit in the lane, sit on the 3-point line, and clog up stuff when you're in college. When you get to the WNBA, it's more a free basketball game. So your game really gets to show off who you really are. So Miles is not going to be as effective as Lay will be in the WNBA. That's really why Miles had to come back to college. But we can talk about it if you want. We can have this conversation. I'm with it. I'm here for it. I'm just me personally. I'm not taking Olivia Miles over Lay. I'm sorry, not in the WNBA. No, ain't no way.
Wow.
I love her game. She hasn't shown consistently yet. Okay, I agree with you 100%. Right? She hasn't shown you consistently, right? Because she hasn't played the minutes as Miles played. I give you that 1,000%. But when she does play consistently, I just want you to have this conversation about her and Miles. And we'll see what's up with it. Because I'm here for it.
And everybody saying that Lay is leaving because she can't start. Who said? Who are the starters? And I'll tell y'all every year that's a clean slate. Who gonna earn it? So to be like, oh, she leaving because Latson is coming. I don't even think Latson and Lay play the same position, do they?
Here's one thing. Like when I look at Lay, right? You know, I look at like Kennedy that play for the Sky. Like they just want to go out and go get buckets on you. That's what Lay gonna do in the WNBA. She's gonna go out and just want to get buckets on you. Like that's how I look at it. I'm sorry.
I think so. Lay is a bucket getter. Lay is a scorer. Lay is a scorer. Go score, Lay. The L in MiLaysia stand for Lay. So go do that. You gonna Mondo, you need to call a meeting with Gino now.
Miles
here's the thing.
will have a high. Hold on. Miles, what? Miles will have a high draft pick according to projections for this year. However, I wouldn't pick Miles over. Listen, listen to this. If Lay was eligible, that would not be the case. There's a lot of people that is not eligible for the draft. That's the reason why Olivia Miles had a high draft pick. If they just say this, if they had the one and done rule like they do on the men's side, you wouldn't even be thinking about Olivia Miles. Let's be real. Olivia Miles would not be one of the top 5 names that come to your mind talking about draft eligible players. But because Lay is not draft eligible, and it's a weaker draft, you're going to push Miles up. Think about who's in the draft. Like, come on, we gotta use our mind right now. If she was eligible, I'm going to take somebody who's been there, who's won a national championship, who understands that, hey, she knows what it means to sacrifice, and she knows as you come into the game, go score, right? Versus Miles, who's going to break down, who's going to run from the moment when times get hard. I don't want to disservice Miles and break her down like that. So I'm gonna be respectful in this situation because I'm really finna go there about Miles' game.
And I'm finna go there about them saying about I think Spoiled Brad is saying Lay didn't even repost that Lasson committed. Did you see when they asked Lay about Lasson coming? What she said? Like, you know that Lay and Lasson played together. You know that Lay was like Lasson coming mean like undefeated. So please, unless you got some real proof where Lay is like, hey, I'm leaving because of Lasson, stop pushing bullshit narratives. Stop help getting shit started. If you don't really know that, then stop it. If you can't drop a receipt where it's like Lay said, I'm leaving because Lasson is here, stop with the bullshit. You don't know. We don't know. Only thing we can do is wish this kid the best. We can talk about what she did at South Carolina, what she gonna be able to bring to another program, how we loved on her when she was here, how we gonna love on the next team when she get there, and if she come back, she's welcome back. like the narrative, like she left because of lots of. Stop that. Stop
I,
pitting people against each other that ain't even said that they was pitted against each other. It's enough hating shit out there. Y'all be on some real bullshit with that.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Even if Lay leaves this year, she's probably gonna come back for her senior year and finish it off South Carolina. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If she leaves this year, she's probably gonna play 1 year wherever she goes, and she's more than likely gonna finish her career at South Carolina.
And she may come back. It may be, hey, I'm leaving out for this year and I'll be back for the senior year. Who knows? You don't know. But you don't once you leave, you're not out. Once you leave, you're not out. And
Oh,
you know how I know once you leave, you're not out, and how I know once you're a Gamecock, you always a Gamecock. Look it up and see if Michi ain't coming back to be a Gamecock this year. Stop playing with me about being able to come back.
Miss Jennifer, there's somebody that's coming back to Colorado. I can't say who that person is, but it's a person that left Colorado that's coming back. I'm gonna just say this. I mean, I know who this person is directly. Who's coming back to Colorado, so I ain't gonna speak upon their name or anything, but I know something. Does she ever do not contact in her announcement? Um, that part I don't know yet. If she had to do not contact yet. Notre Dame is an Under Armour school.
Dion's daughter. Dion's daughter what?
Leave that alone. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Oh, I'm like, what happened?
Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Another good.
Texas.
I think another good team that'll probably swing at her is probably a team like Maryland because they're definitely Under Armour school.
Barker has a do not contact.
Yeah, if they got a do not, both of them, her and the Mighty Mouse over there, from UCLA, if they got a do not contact when they enter the portal, that means that they've already been in contact with the teams that they going to. So, if they already know they're gonna put a do not contact. And the reason why players put a do not contact is so you don't reach out to them. Now, it's not saying that the player cannot contact a different school because they have a do not contact, because they can contact whoever they want to. That means you just can't contact. But once they make contact with you, then you can return the phone calls or whatever that goes, something like that. And that's just how it works. So if you see a player with a do not contact, they already know where they're going. I mean, they already did all their groundwork before they even enter the portal. So don't waste your time trying to call.
Don't let this be a sad day, y'all. Let this be a sobering day, a sobering dose of reality. This is the era that we live in now. Kids, with this money, they can move around. With the transfer portal, they can move around. We love them to death. Hey, man, they can move around.
I think Barker and West Ham is a package deal to go somewhere. It's just a matter of where their place looks like. But they look like they're going to be a package deal. And I keep hearing rumblings that Barker and Smith from LSU is going to end up at the same school. I keep hearing rumblings about that. So we'll see.
But, y'all don't be sad. It's the era of the portal.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, this is why they invited the NIL, right? Because guess what? As much as coaches can leave and go as they please, players can do the same thing now. So, you know what I'm saying? It's literally it comes down to relationships, right? If relationships start to go sour, somebody's leaving. It's either gonna be the player or it's gonna be the coach. One of the two gonna leave. So it's gotta be equal opportunity. I'm not saying that the relationship while she's leaving is based upon the coaches, but there's a disconnect somewhere, and that's why some of these moves happen. And then sometimes it's the person that's representing these players. You know, these representatives represent the players. They're on a different level. They're on a different time frame because they're trying to get their money too. So just say you just hired me, right? You just hired me to represent you, and I ain't getting no money, and I ain't got a dime yet. What you think I'm finna do, man? I'm finna go make some phone calls see if I can get you in a better situation, which is probably getting you 30 minutes a game, and you getting to show off your game, and I'm getting paid, you getting paid. That's just the price that come with it. So sometimes who you have representing you could be out shopping you, and you don't even know it. Because a lot of times that's what happens. Once you sign to an agency, that agency can go shop your name around, and you ain't got to tell them, "Hey, I'm looking for something." They can just already be shopping just to see, "Hey, if I get my hands on this kid, hey, I can get you this kid.
What would you do?
How much can we get from it, right? And then what's my percentage if I can get you this kid?" Those deals happen every single day. So every time y'all want to blame the kid, sometimes the kid had none of the reason why they hit to the portal. It's because a deal got done behind the scenes, in closed doors, some hands got shook, and now that kid's in the portal, and they put a do not contact because they already know what they're going, because somebody didn't already network and did all the work for them. And these kids didn't have to do nothing.
We don't know where she's going yet. I get it. And I do want her to have a session type like coach.
Yeah. But, so can coaches fire players because coaches can get fired? Hell yeah, coach can fire players.
Get that letter in the locker. Get that letter in that locker. We've been talking about it all season. Letters in the locker.
Man, hey, listen. Scholarships are on year-to-year basis. They ain't no 4-year guarantee, nothing. It's on year-to-year basis. So guess what, we don't got to renew your scholarship for next year. And if we feel like, hey, you not bringing nothing to the table, because guess what? You're in 1 of 3 boxes. You either playing, you a practice player, or you sell at your role on the bit, or you're a GPA kid. So let me repeat this again for the people that don't know. You either playing,
GPA kid, come on.
You a good bitch role player, or you a GPA kid. If you ain't checking 1 of those 3 boxes, you out of here. What I need you for? So if you can't sell at your role of being the best practice player you can to help the starters or the people that's playing, what do I need you for? If you ain't help bringing up the school, if you ain't help bringing up the sports GPA for that sport, what I need you for? See you later. Shake my hand. That's just how the game is. That's the business side of sports that everybody hates.
My office space.
What can you do about it? Because guess what? As long as our goal is to put the best team out there to get fans to come. And we get fan engagement and annually we go up, everybody's happy.
I see y'all calling hot take. She go to GCU in Winston. You say Lay is not officially in the portal, actually. Okay. Let's prevent Tessa from leaving.
Man, listen, Tessa.
Me and Cookies fired each other.
I listen. If Tessa follow her boyfriend, she gonna go in the portal. That's just what it is. You can't stop it. Like some stuff is already written. You know what I'm saying? But it's really gonna be up to her boyfriend. Can he sell that school taking her boyfriend? I mean, bringing her girlfriend. That's all it is. Because a lot of times this plays out a lot. Like, hey, listen, coach. It happens a lot in football. Hey, listen, if I come, my girlfriend got to come. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take care of my girlfriend. And if that ain't the case, I ain't coming.
Address this one for me. Coaches rarely fire players, but they let them know their points will be limited. Kentucky coach let one girl recently. No, coaches tap players on the shoulder and let them know, hey, you might as well go get in that portal. It happens more than you think. Am I tripping?
Who said that? Who said that? Oh, okay.
That's Richard.
Listen. I don't know when you start watching us, but if you ever heard me talk about this point, the assistant coach already tell you who fired. Just if you ever watch assistant, hey, listen, I'm not gonna go to a certain team, but if you look at assistant coaches, they look down at that bench and they get to shaking their head or they got a disgusting look on their face about something. You already know that player been fired. It's just when they gonna come out and say, hey, I'm here in the portal. A lot of this stuff already happened, but the assistant coaches tell you. The head coach ain't got to say nothing to you. You can watch the assistant coaches, and they can straight up tell you who leaving without even saying not one word. Just a look, just tell you, yeah, that person gone. You ain't got to worry about it. She ain't in the program no more. But, it's little things that you could pick up on, and you could tell who ain't going to be back the following season.
Hey. Officer T. Davis. Hey. Letters in the locker, tap on the shoulder. Coach needs you in the office. That's how it go. Hey, coach want to see you in the office. Y'all seen it in the movies. It go like that.
All right, man, listen. It's certain guys. Hey, listen. When they start putting like detriment to the teams and stuff like that for players, man, listen, you out of there. It don't matter. Because everybody got a rule book, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you you might be the best practice player and break the rule book. You can see about it. If they don't want you there, they're gonna find a way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be you gotta play 1 of 3 roles. If you can't play 1 of 3 roles, you out of there. I'm just telling you what it is.
Do you see a player that Lay matches up with together that's a good package deal to go to a school? It's still kind of hanging in the portal.
I mean, I'm right now. I'm looking at her and Kiyomi trying to pull something off. That's why I'm envisioning right now because I want to see her and Kiyomi play together. But I mean, Lay can go play anywhere. Honestly, to be real with you, she can go play anywhere. I just wherever she's going, I want to make it make sense, right? If you're going somewhere, make sure that you playing to where you have open space. You can come off pick and rolls. You can play to the ideal of how your game fits. That's all that matters to me. It ain't necessarily the team. It's more about the fit of the system for her. That's what I want to see happen.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Thank you to Lay for everything that she's done. No, I don't believe that Lay is salty about tonight. They played together before. She said she said that would be an undefeated season. So I don't think I don't see that, y'all.
But I'll say this though: if whatever school she's looking at, if they don't come or they don't, you know, what I'm saying they don't put the right clause or anything like that, because you got to think about it. You still negotiate NIL and all that right now. So what does that look like? If she doesn't get what she's looking for, she's going to come back to South Carolina. Like that's what's going to happen. I mean, I'm just being real about it, but we'll see. She definitely had a conversation. She's definitely had a conversation, you know what I'm saying, with Coach Drip, you know what I'm saying, before she did it. So they got a marketing game plan of what they doing.
So Queen K says she got a cousin had a full ride to UVA, beast in football, smart as fuck, started messing up, went to get his grades straight in the summer, thought he was coming back, fired. That tap on the shoulder.
It happens.
It's the way it go. It happens, y'all. What kind of heat do you expect Dawn to catch now? Her program falling apart now.
Everywhere. Hey, Aaron, yes, she can withdraw and come back. Like that's the thing about it is that a lot of people don't hear. Like that's one reason why I'm telling y'all. Like there's gonna be some idiot that's gonna say something stupid to her. It's like, bro, you're pretty much wasting your time going after a kid about their decision, whether it was based upon them or whether it was based upon the representative, because they can't come back. The only thing you could do is, man, thank you for giving us an opportunity for you to come to South Carolina, right? And be thankful for that. And whatever else happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you got 2 years out of a kid when normally you can't even get 2 years out of a kid. You might just get one, you might get a half of a season out of a kid. So to have her for 2 years, man, be thankful.
I got 2 back-to-back ones for you. So I want to know your thinking on this one. It could be the agent putting out a false statement to bring in more money from South Carolina. What do you think about that type of narrative? Does that benefit you at all?
So here's the thing. When a lot of time when you have big name players that has a brand behind them, they're gonna check you. They can check you like, hey, we're gonna play a cat and mouse game. I'm gonna say I'm gonna hit the portal, so you gotta give me more money to keep me. Or you gotta give me certain things for me to stay. So it can be it's as fast as she can hit the portal, it's the same as fast as she can withdraw from the portal. So if there's something that the representative want that they're telling them they're not gonna get, then all right, cool. I'm gonna publicly make sure that you know that my name is finna hit the portal. So now you gotta call me and say, hey, what's up? What we doing? Hey, I need XYZ. Okay, boom. We gonna meet at common grounds and I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you that. Boom. That's done. I'm out the portal. So it's everybody about leverage, right? And so from the representative side, they can be playing a leverage game with South Carolina and saying, hey, they want more because, hey, because here's the thing. If I just seen you gave Latson a little bit more than Lay, guess what? I need Lay to get the same thing. And I've been and I got a national championship with you. So you got to match. She got to match that. And if y'all match that, all right, cool. She coming back.
Here's another one. And Vernon Kelly, I don't know what you mean about this one. Lay is running away from her issues. No matter where she goes, she's gonna have to face her issues. What are the issues? I don't know. What do you think about that? What are the issues that you're talking about? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the issues on that, so I wouldn't even try to touch
What would be the issues? And I'm asking you because I haven't heard any issues about like.
that.
And so when people put these type of narratives out there, is she a kid that's growing and developing and on a journey as an 18, 19-year-old going through college? Sure, she is. Everybody goes down whatever path they got to go down to be who they gonna be. But what issues does she have? I haven't heard of any off the court issues at all.
Yeah.
So when you put that type of jacket on a kid, I want you to be able to drop some receipts behind what those issues are. So please, what are those issues, Vernon?
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, people hit the portal for all different reasons. I'm gonna say that they do, right? But for this decision to be made over 48 hours after last night committed, that goes to show you that she possibly might have got something a little bit more or something didn't line up that they was looking for, and they gave it to her. So this is their leverage point. So, and here's the thing: once it's announced that the player hits the portal, you still have to get clearance that you're officially in the portal. You can't. It might take up to 48 to 72 hours before you're officially in the portal. Just because the news is broken that you're in the portal, you still got to get clearance to be in the portal. The paperwork has just been done, and as long as that's like right now, right? We're gonna get to the 21st, 22nd. Kids are gonna still be putting their name in the portal. They're gonna still do their paperwork, but it might not get cleared by the actual cutoff date. Long as the paperwork has been filed that you're gonna hit the portal, it could be 24 to 40. I mean, it can add up to 48 to 72 hours before it even gets cleared that you officially in the portal. So there's still a lot of things to play out.
And if everybody that keeps saying Latson is a better player than Lay, Latson is getting ready to be a senior. Latson is a junior going into her senior year. MiLaysia Fulwiley is a sophomore going into her junior year. I would hope that Latson looks more polished going into her senior year than Lay looks going into her junior year. But I expect Lay to be as polished, if not more polished, by the time she finishes. So I would expect that from a player that's getting ready to try to go to the dub versus a player that's still working their way through college. Vernon says, okay, so the issues will be on the court, issues playing the way a coach wants her to play.
All right, but peep game to this, Burnham. I'll say this. Why does a kid have to stay somewhere and play the way you want them to play when a game is played in there? Like the style of way the kid plays versus the style that you play may not fit, and just be okay with it, right? Hey, I need to play more in an open space game so I can play one-on-one to get my shot off. That's what helps me get going. Versus, hey, I gotta dump the ball down to a player and hope that player kick the ball back out to me, and I gotta pass, and then you want me to go get a shot, and there's 3 seconds left, and then when I go take a bad shot, then you want to get mad at me. Or if I'm trying to cook and I make one turnover, you taking me out. Like it's certain things like we gotta make some it's a little give and take, right? I actually like Lay coming off the bench because hey, you can play one way as starters. When Lay come in, boom, we finna go to the open court system, right? Where now she could play downhill and attack because she wants to play downhill and attack, get to the rim. She want to, go between the legs, you know what I'm saying, cross somebody up, boom, 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 get into her pocket, get into her bag. Some coaches are just not going to allow you to do that. Some coaches, I've been on teams where, like, coach be like, hey, you got 3 dribbles. If you can't get it in 3 dribbles, give up. If you dribble over 3 dribbles, you coming out the game. It's just how some coaches are. Because you have to think about it. Anytime you dribble over more than 3 times, more than likely something ain't happening. We need to see progression. Like, boom, when I'm after that first dribble, that second dribble should be taking me somewhere. You shouldn't be dribbling twice and you in the same exact spot. If that is the problem, if that's the case, that's a problem. So there's certain things the way Don want her to play that she might not agree with. Versus she might go somewhere else and the head coach might not say nothing. Might just let her hey, I'm going to give you 60 dribbles. Go James Harden. I want you to go James Harden between the dribble, 50 million times, pound that thing, sending somebody up, push them out, do this, do that. Like some players are gonna let her play like James Harden of the Houston Rockets when he was with the Houston Rockets. Somebody gonna let her do it. Dawn just ain't because she wants a proficient offense. It's just the way the game is today. You don't need everybody to play the same way. But I don't know, Seth. You might have something better than me. I'm just saying that's just more likely that's most of the time what happens, But What do I know?
No. I'm looking at Lay was able to create her own shot. Leading scorer in the nation. Here's the thing. Latson was the leading scorer in the nation and demonstrated the kind of elite scoring efficiency that could take a team to the next level. It's hard to say that because she didn't. She didn't. She's been scoring all these points like she didn't. So Latson needed some more around her too. So to me, Lay's not leaving because of Latson. Unless Lay says that, I don't want to put that jacket on that kid. Lay has made a decision. What we know is that Lay has made a decision to put her name in the portal, and we don't know what's next for her. Maybe she's gonna sign with another school. Maybe it's leverage to come back. What I want to see is her to develop into the very best player that she could be. College is saying Lay in Iowa would feed families.
Well, that's a nasty agenda right there, boy.
I don't. It's not that I'm not sold. It's not that I'm not sold on Latson, but Latson would be another piece. But I don't feel like Latson was the type of player that came in and just ran people out the gym. And the reason that I say, and I don't feel like Latson just runs people off teams because Chloe started over Sanaya as a sophomore, right? So it's no guarantees on who starts in the South Carolina program. It's who earns it over the off season. And the other part of that is the starting piece. Y'all know I'm not sold on starting anyway. I don't give a damn about who started, who do the hand clap and all that. I don't care nothing about none of that. Who's on the floor when it finished? That's my thing. Who is on the floor when it finished? And my ultimate goal is for the players that I really support to be the very best human beings that they can be when they walk out of school and walk into the WNBA. And so where is Lay going next to continue that development so that she continues the development into the player that I think that she can be and the player that changes basketball at every level that she plays it on. That's the type of star power that I feel like that kid has. So I want to know where she goes next and who is going to continue to be pouring into Lay to make sure that she gets there. And when I look out on the landscape of the coaches, it ain't too many of them that I would trust with her. So I'm really interested to see where she's headed next.
I see some of these points about Lay like not playing defense or whatever. I could point out a lot of players who don't play defense. Like Tessa struggled at times, Pow struggled at times. Like what are we really talking about, right? She hit the portal. It's okay. It's
Bree struggled at times. Y'all tell me Bree ain't a defender, but then y'all tell me Bree is the one that shut down the best players that we played. I didn't mean to cut you off, Rob, but they killed this conversation. Like,
we just gotta put.
How did you get back to that? How did you get back to that? That is so funny that you went back to the money sound. You like everybody getting to the money. MiLaysia Fulwiley going to the portal is okay. It's absolutely okay. That's the era that we in. Absolutely, it's okay. That's the era that we in. If a kid don't want to be where they at, go to the next level. Absolutely, that's okay. That's why we got the revenue sharing in NIL. That absolutely is okay. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be?
Hey, listen, we just gotta keep it real, man. You know, when we start writing narratives, things like that, man. We gotta take the whole picture away. You know, that's all. Hey, Don State is like Coach Prime. You gotta show it in practice. Hey, hey, listen, I'm gonna say this. We gonna have a Don Staley and Coach Prime show coming real soon. Coach Dre, you know what I'm saying? If y'all ever been on my platform, Coach Dre gonna be up here talking, with Cess about Coach Prime and Don Staley. We're gonna have an impactful show. So y'all stay tuned, man. We got some things in the work, you know what I'm saying, that we're gonna bring to the table for y'all for sure. And we're gonna have one of them talks.
Absolutely. I know you gotta get ready to get out of here. What else you got before you get ready to go?
Hey, listen, you ain't gotta jump off for me. I just gotta run some little errands and stuff right quick. If you stay live, if you give me like 15 minutes, I could jump right back on. So if you want, that's up to you.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I,
We keep talking.
just keep rolling, and then I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we keep talking. We keep
All
talking.
right,
So y'all, we still talking late. We still talking late. How's Fulwiley a star player? She has the potential to be a star, but right now she's just an above average player. Why would you think that she's only above average player? What makes a player a star? Let me know that. When it's all said and done, SC will be okay. The talent that is coming in is elite. Yeah, listen, I'm not. Let me tell y'all this. I didn't come up here. I didn't come up here to talk about Lay because now all of a sudden now I'm concerned that we not okay. I came over here first to just to say thank you to MiLaysia Fulwiley for everything that she brought to South Carolina. The fun that I had watching her as a Gamecock, and the letter know that I'm looking forward to seeing her play wherever she goes next. Right? I don't throw kids away. So that was the first thing that I wanted to be able to say to Lay. Just salute. Go get your bag, run it up, Lay. Wherever it is that you want to go make that happen. Yeah. SC will continue to win chips, and I want her to continue to develop. You know what I mean? Still a top team. Good luck, Lay. And I want Lay to land someplace where she could continue to compete. Why should go to Notre Dame? Why? Why should Lay go to Notre Dame? Lay leaving doesn't hurt our team. It hurts us as a fan base because she is one of us. Hope people don't get that confused. Oh, she's definitely one of us. But I wonder too for Lay, right? Like, so now you're gonna go and play. Okay, we said maybe she teams up at an Auburn. How different is it to not play in front of the home crowd? This would be the first time that she's not playing in front of the home crowd. This will be the first time. I don't know if, depending on where she plays, it may not be 18,000 fans screaming. It may not be people screaming every time you get up to get in the game, right? So, what kind of adjustment does she make to that, and does that affect her game at all? Let's talk about that. I'm not afraid for SC. I just want her to stay. I'm still cheering for Lay till she plays us. Oh, for sure. Um, it's not a big L for the program at all. I just can't see Lay not in an SC jersey until you got to. I don't know if Gianna's coming. If she said anything about if she's committed to SC. Lay would play best on a fast pace and trap team, so called bad defense or not. Okay, where y'all see her? What's going on from South Africa? Hey, greetings, family. Wishing Fulwiley well moving forward. She's a champion, taking her skills. Yeah, where she want to go? Enjoy that. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Does Dawn try to reverse this? I mean, I don't know that it's reversible. Like again, we don't know why Leia's leaving. If it's a negotiation thing, possibly. But I'm sure Dawn and Leia probably talk. I'm sure Dawn and Leia probably talk. So we were going to Final Fours before Lay, and we will continue even after she leaves. Okay. Wiley has to do his best for her. That's the bottom line. She needs to slow down and let the game come to her. Sometimes she's forcing action. She will be all right. She's a sophomore. She's a sophomore developing her game. I love it for her. Keep growing, like Lay may go to NC State. They lost two players like her. I just hate that coach. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know much about the assistant coaches there. I'm sure that Lake can continue to and will continue to work with the coaches and people that she worked with in the off season. So I don't see that stopping. But I don't know who else is at NC State to help her develop. South Carolina fans overall should feel excited for the 2025-2026 season. They are loaded. We are. We don't need nobody to tell us how to feel. Absolutely. Actually, you think if this could be resolved down will? Who said? And it may not be. It may not be a bad thing. I don't know. We had 10 starters, so why you're acting like this changes this. I don't know. Would definitely be a learning curve and new possibilities for life, new experiences, new challenges. She gon' this will definitely be a stretch, right? This is new for like. I don't know if she's ever really play. I guess in the AAU she played away from home. Median fans happy saying Dawn held her back. Yeah, I mean, if people allow them to push that narrative, she held her back. She's leaving the champion. Like I said, I'm asking people the same question. I still didn't get an answer from, I forget what his name was. Name me a player with a better resume in the portal. Okay, you still on your sister act too. When they go into the portal, can they change their mind and stay at their school? They can. You like Lay than Notre Dame? No, I don't think Lay play. Lay doesn't play bad defense. Lay takes unnecessary challenge chances on defense that she don't have, going for the block and all of that stuff. Yes, she can still withdraw. Yeah, it's all up. Either way, you better believe it. Dawn is destroying your daycare. Dawn's not destroying anything. Stop putting them bullshit narratives out on Dawn. People have choices. The kid made a choice. Oh, Art Dog, say what ain't so. Just start watching the show. Love your good content. Huge Gamecocks fan, live in South Carolina. Let's go. All right, Sharon Stevens, welcome to the fam. What more can Lake prove? Do you think Lake got to prove something? I don't think Lake got to prove anything. I think Lake just wants to win more. Paris Milan, no, it's the truth. It is the truth. Yeah, Don ain't destroying nothing. Them narratives is crazy. Them narratives is crazy. One second, y'all. Okay, I saw a couple of people asking this question. I saw a couple of people saying hot takes. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Lay goes to GCU with Winston? Are we going to be straight regardless? South Carolina going to be straight? Yes. Oh, Mrs. Coach Yo would be a good coach for Lay. Um, she could definitely add some offense to the defense that they play there. You think Wiley struggled with turnovers and the shooting numbers are not great? She definitely has potential, but she's not there yet. To say that she's the star of the team is false. Who said that she was the star of the team? But who is Joe Smith, y'all? Somebody help me understand. Who are you talking to? Who said that she was the star of the team? Is there a star on the SC team? What are you talking about? Tessa might be next. We talked about that already. Y'all run them lights up. What Lay is looking for? I haven't heard Lay say. She might not be going anywhere to win, just develop and come back. So is that y'all thinking when y'all say the hot take about her going to GCU? Paris, don't pass out. This is only sad because of how close the girls were, because she's a hometown hero. I hate the part that she's a hometown hero. I hate the fact that she's a hometown hero leaving. Sometimes it's hard to play at home. Uh, I hope that this don't ruin their relationships. I hope that they stay sisters. Even though they won't still be teammates. It don't look like right now. This will give Maddie the opportunity to flourish. She'll get Lay's minutes. I don't think Lay is a point guard, y'all. So I don't. I see Lay. I see Maddie splitting time with Raven. We should go after that Utah guard now. She's already been down for a visit. Yeah, definitely a South Carolina hometown kid. We talked about that. Just trust Tessa. already been in the system. Okay. I think she got the Utah guard. That's why Lay leaving. Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing McKira and McDowell next season too. Yeah, no Don slander over here. Tennessee, Maryland, Ole Miss, and NC State are good teams for Lay. Louisville might have been good, but don't know how they're going to play. You know, I guess my preference is for to stay at SEC, in the SEC. I heard somebody else said Notre Dame would be good. NC State, we talked about NC State. Tennessee, I don't know. Maryland is an Under Armour school. I think they said Louisville. I don't know what's going on in Louisville. Lay with Taj Roberts. They lost their big this year, so it'll be interesting. Maddie is gonna flourish in the role Lay had. Um, I don't know if Jamisha's still on the track team. Somebody said Jamisha might be headed to going pro, so I don't know. You think we got ACOT in the portal? OCOT, I haven't heard anything official there. Win more is questionable. Play more, absolutely. Later, LSU, Tennessee, Oklahoma. Okay. Blessing in disguise. Just watch. I don't know. Maybe Leia's ready to spread her wings, see what life is like on her own. Get away from home. It could be nothing about anything they got going on at SC. It's Dawn program. She's the coach. Yeah, she's the coach. She make the decisions. Okay. She need to go to Southern Cal. Okay. Not in a spotlight at GCU. But if she's not leaving for spotlight, then it wouldn't matter. If she was leaving for development to come back, then it wouldn't matter. Her and Khadijah will stay close. You think Tessa might leave too? This is the NIL area. Maybe Vanderbilt. Okay. If Hannah plays good D, then Lay play good D. Like you said, she does take chances. If she played the whole game, her defense would look better. Okay. Ole Miss spent all their money on football. West Coast teams will be better. Must play the way she like. Somebody else said maybe UCLA. Well, that'd be interesting. Samika Randall. Lay, she was national player of the 97 high school at Tennessee University. She shot around 40%, 10 points in her senior year. She will I don't know, Henry. Run them likes up, y'all. Smash them likes. Um, who said she didn't trust the process? Don't get to making decisions, y'all, about her. Here's the thing. Don has told y'all from the beginning that this is Lay's journey. This is Lay's journey. This ain't Lay Mama journey. This ain't Dawn's journey. This ain't the girl's journey. This is MiLaysia Fulwiley's journey. It's gonna take her wherever it is that it take her, wherever that roadmap take her. If you really ride with Lay, then you really you own this thing for the journey of, not for where you want it to go. If you really rock with her, then you own it to see where Lay go. And so I really rock with MiLaysia Fulwiley. So I'm not. It's not about I want you to stay in South Carolina, Lay. I need you to go where you feel like you can be your best self. Where do you feel like you can be your best self? Where do you feel like you can contribute the most right now? If that's not in South Carolina right now, I'm okay with that. It was at South Carolina for however long it was supposed to be a part of your journey. Now your journey is taking you somewhere else, and I'm so proud for you, kid. I'm so excited for you, kid. Where is that next stop for you? What is that next challenge that you're looking for? How hard are you going to work to be able to to be able to make that thing a reality? Because that's how you work your ass off to be what you wanted to be at South Carolina, a hometown hero that brought a national championship to the crib. She did that, and she gave us some of the most flashiest plays that we could have imagined in that process. Some of the greatest blocks that we could have imagined in that process. Some of the best games in that process. So appreciative of that kid. What's next? Because I rock with you. Even though it may not be in garnet and black. Because I rock with you. What is that? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. I don't know where everybody else is at with it. Why would she want to go to Tennessee? Get subbed out every 3 minutes, don't win no championships, and lose to SC twice a year. Yeah, I see some SC fans overreacting too. Wouldn't make sense for Tessa to leave. Just like Fulwiley, they most likely would start. Definitely more minutes. Okay, if that's what they're looking for. Tessa may stay because Lay is gone. I had a feeling she would transfer, but people jumped on me when I questioned Latson going to SC. I don't think that Lay left because of Latson. So unless somebody has some proof that that's the reason, I'm not putting that jacket on that kid. Adia Barnes don't mind guards being the focus. So you think Lay headed down to Southern Methodist University in Texas? As Don would say, go be great. Truly breaking news. Um, yeah, we are none of us part of the program. Yeah, and I think that I want Lay to make the decision that puts her at a program that she thinks is going to continue to develop her. Oh man, she got to be a op now. Goodness, okay. Not to me. Not to me. Like, I think Lay is a good player, but she has flaws. Every player got flaws. Tell me the college player that don't got flaws. Ain't that what they in college and practicing and playing for to improve their flaws? What are y'all saying? Tell me the player in college that ain't got no flaws. Oh, she's still a Gamecock. You know how upset Lay gets when she loses games. And you saw the interview and she said this is the first championship game she's lost, so it hurts. Part of that is growing, yeah. Part of that is growing. Well, I mean, she woke up the next day after losing the championship and she saw that she was still MiLaysia Fulwiley and she was still a dynamic basketball player and she was still a generational talent and she could continue to go and grow from that. She wouldn't know that until she experienced that. Now that she knows that she can, she seen herself get up from that loss. She can go to the next thing. But to be acting like, oh, there's something wrong with her because she's a flawed player. Everybody, all these players got flaws. All of them got something they could do better. We'll go back to the Midwest for some reason, but I hope she stays. Okay. I not done. I only want Lane with Ivy or Coach Yo. Okay. CMZ pretty accurate right now. She was selected to go to Kelsey Plum camp. I'm sure Don has something to do with that. So just because Don helped her get the Kelsey Plum camp, don't mean that she couldn't still lead the program. Like Don doesn't. Here, this is the other thing. Don doesn't help players for the benefit of what they can do for her team. Don helps players and assists players for the benefit of what she can offer to them and pour into them. So it's not like I'm gonna do this for you because you're a South Carolina Gamecock. I'm gonna do this for you because we have a relationship. Everybody talks about Lay's mistakes, but everyone has made mistakes on his team. I'm a Lay fan through and through, and I'm going to support her. Yeah, a lot of us know basketball, played, coached, officiated, parented, and as a fan, I've been watching this game since before some of y'all been alive. So things like this is not at all unique. I think this is pretty unique because you haven't seen anything like this in NILs in the NIL space. I don't care how old you are because it wasn't an NIL space till now. So I appreciate your opinion, but this is unique. You haven't seen this before because you haven't seen a legal NIL revenue sharing space in NCAA sports. So yeah, it is something new. I want her to thrive. I still want her to thrive for sure. Go somewhere that she's her best self. She's comfortable and I respect it for sure. Yeah, she's a champion. It's college. It's home. There are a lot of things that go into these young players' decisions. Her family is big and knows as well. I'm hyped for Lay. It still ain't no limits for that kid. That's still a generational talent walking around that's gonna lead the game different when she's finished with it. I just hope that she leaves the SEC. I don't want to see her because it'll sting too much. I want to see her. I want to play. I want to know. That means that we both are still playing on high levels. If Lay stays in the SEC, I only trust Coach Yo. I'll watch the games wherever she goes. Of course. Yes, Slay gave us some very exciting moments. She gave us the most highlights in the Garnet and Black, in my opinion. She was the reason that a lot of y'all was walking around here bragging on Thursdays and Sundays. It was some of the reasons. It was some. She made y'all proud, Gamecocks, to be able to be like, we got Lay. Here come Lay now. So don't act like now she just some op or somebody just, whatever. Man, you was just screaming her name a week ago. Don't act brand new. I want Lay to flourish and improve as a player, not regress and go rogue. I pray she finds the best landing spot. I just don't see what that best option is outside of SC because we haven't seen her with another coach before. So we watch and we see how this goes. Lay will never be an op. Not here. I consider her one of our star players. The way fans react to her when she comes in the game, hometown hero. This one's not surprising. She did entertain us. We will always have Paris, the SEC championship, and last year's NCAA champion. There are many more moments, but those are my favorites. Oh man, listen, she blocked it. She blocked the shot into the third row. I still root for Rivers and Talasia Cooper, even though they left SC. I'll do the same for Lay, of course. Who does not target now with the extra scholarship opening up? We'll have to see. Never cared much about the other players that transferred. Lay is something special. Hell yeah, when we on that court, she a op like every other team we play. In fact, every player has a flaw. Wherever Lay go, gonna be like Paige and Big Foe. I'll cheer for you till she touches the CLA. Thank you, Lay. Lay is a young lady looking to find her way. I wish her the best wherever she goes. I'm gonna be watching her and proud of her. Much love. Yeah, I love it. Um, I think she could learn at SC. Lay must have a big bag. I don't see where she could win a championship, but UConn, go get that money. It might not be about money or anything. It might be about I need to be away from home. It may just be about I need to go and just have an opportunity to grow up, make decisions outside of this home space that I've been. Who know? We don't know. We don't know. It's all speculation at this point. Whatever Lay needs, I hope she gets it outside of that. Yeah, let's go, Gamecocks, for real. You got to get to a championship game in order to lose one. You better believe it. I don't know who the sources are, MJ. I believe Dawn will welcome her back after she sees what's out there. We don't want Lay to have any regrets not exploring her options. No, and Dawn would tell her to explore her options. She would be remiss if she didn't. I think Lay questions leaving right after they lost. She took her time and made an announcement. You want Lay in Auburn. Maybe she'll change her mind like Kiki and Bianca did, but if not, still excited to see her journey. Great kid. If not, Dawn, maybe Ivy or Yo. Okay. Genuinely cares about how these ladies develop on and off the court. Watch Makira and Isla in the Hoop Summit tomorrow. Oh yeah, it bothers me that now there are so many negatives about Lay. She's a champ still. Oh yeah, the how quickly she as soon as she was like I'm in the portal, they was like she couldn't play defense anyway. She didn't follow rules. Y'all were just down there wanted a Lay tattoo last week. What the hell is wrong with y'all? So, but I see the fair weatherness week after week after week. So I expected it to be coming. As soon as she said she was best for me, she wanted to leave after that loss, and that's okay. We know that it's all outside people that have no idea how Dawn works. It's basketball. You win and lose some. Undefeated season last year, championship game this season. No other sophomore can say that. Well, except Tessa. Do you think if SC would have won, she would have stayed? I'm not sure because I don't know why she's leaving. I really can't say. I have no idea why MiLaysia Fulwiley is in the portal. So I can't say a national championship keeps her there because I don't want to make it seem like she just got mad at the loss and left. She could have been thinking about leaving earlier in the season. We really don't know. What we do know is that these kids had that option, and this is the era that we in right now. Wouldn't doubt Dawn helping Sakima pick a good school. She probably called some coaches on her behalf. I thought that we heard that Sakima was going with Winston. Uh, if that's how you get out, that's how you get out. There's a lot of flip flops in the chat. So that would be like me being like, if I see you on somebody else chat more than mine, then you a op. So when I see you, it ain't love no more, right? If I see you talking one way on another chat, and then you pop back up in my chat, it ain't really love. Is that how it go? Let me know. Because we talking about loyalty. So y'all let me know. Yeah, y'all let me know. Coaching by listening to the media. Yeah. What if Lay went to Grand Canyon with Winston and Kima? You know what I mean? Oh my God, if coaches manage their teams according to the internet chatter, it would be crazy. Some of y'all definitions on loyalty is crazy. If she want out, let her walk. But that don't mean that she not family no more. That just means that she don't want to be here no more. Dawn ain't never got down with nobody like that. Shake my hand, get your money. I see you later. All that. Oh, I don't even rock with you no more. That shit's crazy to me. Congratulations to all these women's decisions. And I'm proud of them for being empowered to be able to go where you want to be. Oh, Twitter going crazy. Twitter is going absolutely crazy. People trying to destroy her character on social media, saying if SE won, Lay would have stayed. Y'all don't know that. Yeah, we don't know that. I have not seen the portal site. So all I know is that she's applied. She's applied to be in the portal and is not officially in the portal. I don't. I'm just hearing Kima going with Gandhi. She doesn't do not contact. So wherever she's going, Kima knows she's going. Yeah, she's a guard. So many of us passed up opportunities just because of fear. We don't know what prompted her decision. Way to go! Like, yeah, people will kill your dream. People will kill your dream. The quickest way to get talked out of something is to tell somebody what your dream is. Be careful who you share your dreams with. Be careful who you share your moves with your plans. Because everybody ain't really for you like that. Planning on getting in the portal. It's been reported. It must be her decision if so, because didn't her mom say she was staying? She got to do what's best for her. She's always going to do what's best for her. She always going to do what's best for her. I mean, that's what she supposed to do. I don't think, no, who said that she tried to be bigger than South Carolina? Most of the hate coming from LSU fans, but other fan bases are surprised and don't agree. And majority of SC fans that I follow are saying do great. That's Twitter in a nutshell. Yeah, I mean, for the people who said that they really are South Carolina fans, MiLaysia Fulwiley fans, Dawn Staley fans, then the energy should be nothing else but a hug, shake my hand, see you at the next game. You know it'll be a hell of a competition the next time we play each other. But other than that, it's all love. Call me if you need me. It's always home. I'm so not clear where y'all at right now. Uh, Good show. Your elaboration is needed. Thank you, Dorian. Now you got to watch more than one team. You love Lay. Don, a great coach. Lay leash was too short though. Um, it's so funny how people come in and speak on what was or too short or too long for Dawn Staley. The leash was exactly what Dawn Staley needed it to be for what it was she wanted to do. Now, what you could have got in here and said was like, if it was you, you would have had the leash different. But the leash was exactly what Dawn Staley needed it to be. And Dawn Staley is okay with where her team is today. That's who Dawn is. That's who Dawn is. We're losing a hometown hero. We're not losing anything. We graduating the hometown hero onto the next step of her journey. Once a Gamecock, always a Gamecock. That kid gonna still be that's still a South Carolina hometown hero. She's graduating to the next step in her journey. What the hell did all y'all do in life? Did y'all take a next step in y'all journey, or did y'all stay in the same fucking place over and over again? Are y'all the type of people that stay places that y'all don't want to be? Just because this is where you feel like you got to be? Or are you bold enough and brave enough to say, I want to do something different? I want a new challenge. I want to try something different. I want an opportunity to try to go be great somewhere else. And I'm empowered to be able to do that. Y'all are killing me with this. She quit. Y'all are killing me. Dawn Staley knew Sarah and her mom. She put in her speech to get Sarah. It didn't work. No, I'm not worried about Sarah. I mean, for Sessions, it should feel like one of her babies is graduating. That's what it should feel like. Damn, I poured everything I could into you, kid. Go be great. I'm glad some of y'all ain't really related to me. I'm so glad that I ain't really related to some of y'all. Some of y'all are so fair weather and fake. Like some of y'all are so fair weather and fake. I would. I'm so glad we only talk over the internet. Sarah Strong had a great game. She didn't kill Staley. Staley didn't play. Y'all sound crazy as hell. Dawn Staley didn't play. Dawn Staley game wasn't on display. Sarah Strong and the UConn Huskies had played a great game. They had a great game plan. They came in and executed. They beat our ass. It happens in basketball. Yeah, for real. Officer T. Davis, Emily. Oh God, if we have a meetup, I hope some of y'all don't come. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest as I can be. Hey, some of these comments be wild. Exactly, it don't even make sense. He's back.
Yeah. Hey man, these comments been wild. Man, what's the move, man? What we doing?
Hey, when Chris Breezy said they ain't loyal,
Hey, listen.
they ain't loyal out here.
Hey, Cess. The
Yeah.
fan is only hot when it blows, man. That's what you gotta remember.
Says it's only hot when it blows.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You know,
she was so Lay was told she wasn't gonna start today. She had a meeting with the coaches today, and they told her she wasn't gonna start. Kenny McCray.
yeah, man. You know they the fans, you know, cause Lay is the hot, so you know the fans start blowing. So you know that's just how it go. You know, now you see who the real fans are and who they not. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you just don't really know if you stand there until you know what I'm saying some get hot. Then that's when you know when stuff start blowing. You know, so that's where we at with it. The people that had their real true feelings about Lay are really starting to, you know, publicly come out. So now you know where they really stand at with the South Carolina team.
Her brother said that she had a meeting with the team today, and they told her she wasn't starting, so she got in the portal.
I mean, this is my favorite season though. I love Portal Time. I love the Portal Time. This is my favorite season because then I get to find out.
Why is this your favorite? Why is your favorite time?
Cause I get to find out who people really are. You know what I'm saying? Once a fan favorite leave, you get to find out who people are and where they stand at. You know what I'm saying? People tell on themselves. So, you know, that's why it's my favorite time. You know, I get to see what you really about, who you really are, who you really rooting for. You know what I'm saying? That's what stands out.
I'm on my Kim Moki right now. I seen y'all leaving the PMAC early. I'm gonna see you at church on Sunday. I know who y'all are. I took some names. I see who the fair weathers are.
Hey, listen,
Malik say Don don't even move like that.
hey, listen. Hey, you find out the hey, this is the best part of this whole situation. You get to find out who for real. So you know what I'm saying? We can talk about it. Let's talk.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm always looking for the receipts. I'm always looking for the receipts. So it was meeting with the players day. And so would it be weird for a coach to tell a player right now that you're not going to start next year after you before you even do your whole offseason workout and get your roster settled and all of that? It'd be kind of weird that on April 11th for you to be deciding who's going to start in November of this year, or am I off a little bit? Let me know. I may be tripping.
So hey, I just want you to riddle me this. How can you say who start when you don't even know who's gonna be on your roster next year?
You know what, Lay? I really don't know who's going to be here, but you're not starting. What?
I just want hey, listen, if anybody in
Come
the
on, man.
chat
Y'all
can
got to make it make sense for me.
if anybody in chat can riddle me how you can determine who gonna start next year without knowing what your team gonna be fully constructed, I'm here for it.
Don is the same one who told y'all it's a clean slate. I don't know who's going to start. I got to see what people do this summer. And
You
then
know,
April 11th, she had the coaches had a meeting and they let Lay know you're not starting.
but listen, you can't even say if somebody gonna start right now because you might go through summer workouts and then take an overseas trip, and who you starting that overseas trip might not even start first game. So what are we talking about? Because you know the injuries happen, stuff don't pan out. Somebody might hit the portal late because they went and graduated from college. You know what I'm saying? When and graduated, they might just up and transfer to a different school for the season start and be granted eligible. Like, man, there's so much that happened from now to the start of the season. But you want me to promise you starting, right? Okay, cool. You got it. Shake my hand. You got it. So what happens if you underperform during practice and the girl that you know what I'm saying that you telling me she shouldn't be starting, she out here busting your ass? Then what?
Can't make no promises about who's starting right now. You can't make no promises about who's starting right now.
Hey man, I'm just here for the talk, man. Hey, I'm here for it, man. I love it. I love it, man. Let's talk. Let's talk.
You saying something was said in the last meeting that rubbed her the wrong way.
All right, so what? So what was the talk last meeting? I just want somebody, you know what I'm saying, with some document proof of, you know what I'm saying, all these things, man.
Yeah. Is
I
there
always like,
anybody with real facts that want to come up and tell us what really happened? Got receipts, not just your opinion. You got some real receipts. Some of you can come up and really tell us. Because I'm confused by everything that's in the chat. Anybody want to come up and really tell us?
hey, listen, narrative's always gonna go some way. You know what I'm saying? Some people just be holding on to receipts just to say something. You know what I'm saying? But don't even be knowing if it's factually true. But they run with it, so it is what it is. You know. Also, Surf Strong didn't choose SC because she was not going to get a starting position. That's on Coach Staley. All right, so peep
My
this right.
twins, the Porto twins.
So just peep this right. You say Surf
Huh?
Strong wasn't gonna come to SC because she was not gonna get a starting spot. Now, if you look at the way Surf Strong play versus the bigs play this year, you tell me she wasn't gonna play. I don't think Sarah Strong was tripping about starting or not starting because if you could give Sarah Strong 20 minutes and she can give you the same production that she's doing in the minutes that she's playing right now, does she lose in that situation and she still gets a ring? Because you know, as the season go on, things change, right? They're not going to stay the same from the beginning of the season, like just not. So, yeah, but I love it though.
Oh man, yeah, not knowing is really driving people really crazy. Not knowing is really driving people crazy. Uh, you asked if we reading the comments in the chat. He just addressed your comment. What are you talking about, Brick City? He just addressed your comment. Um, Sarah, I don't even know how Sarah Strong got in the conversation. Like,
Nah,
Sarah,
that's what I was confused about. I'm like, where did this whole Sarah Strong thing come from? Maybe I was missing something.
Dawn talked about how she didn't get Sarah, joked about the fact that she knew Sarah mom. How didn't she end up at SC? At the end of the day, Sarah Strong picked the very best place for Sarah Strong. She picked the very best place for Sarah Strong. She fits great at UConn. She talked. Sarah Strong talked about the fact that she had a great relationship with Gino. She had built that relationship with him for a while. Off the court during the recruiting process. So I don't, I don't know. What is it, y'all? For real.
And people just out here talking. Oregon. Man, it says it's 1,300 kids in the portal. So
1,300
many
kids in the portal.
still decisions to be made.
Dawn Staley tells y'all that she tells everybody she doesn't guarantee a starting spot. If that's what you want to do, go where they guarantee that at. That shouldn't make nobody mad.
Listen. I just want to know, why would you guarantee a kid starting minutes, how many shots? Because like, why would you guarantee, man? Like, just play within the offense. What your shots is gonna be what your shots is. As long as you're playing through the offense, what we're telling you to do, it's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going out guaranteeing minutes and guaranteeing shots. That's what get kids in the portal more than anything. Because if they don't go as planned, just imagine telling a kid, hey, you're gonna get 18 shots a game, right? And it's 18, and they shooting 3 for 18, 4 for 18 consistently. You still gonna let that kid shoot 18 shots?
Not on my watch. Because at some
Come
point, I
on,
got to keep
man.
my lights on too. I got to be able to keep my lights on too. I got to be able to answer about my job too, right?
Come on, man. I just want to know, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just asking.
Oh, why would Rob need to just stick to the football?
Because he mad they mad I ain't did a football show. That's why.
Oh,
You gotta. Like, that's
I
why
didn't know.
that's why I didn't address it. You know what I'm saying?
I just seen it pop up, and I'm like, dang man, with all of the basketball knowledge that Rob been dropping these last couple, why
Like,
would
that's
he need to stick to football?
because I ain't been doing my Colorado shows. You know, my football shows. It's okay, man. I'm just well connected around, in the universe.
Listen, SC didn't have Sarah Strong because we wasn't really supposed to have Sarah Strong. That wasn't where we was supposed to be. Nobody is sitting around talking about Sarah Strong except you, Brick City. Is SC your team? Who is your team, Brick City?
Hey, sneakerhead. Hey, man. Thank you for your support, bro. If you want to come up and talk, bro, we can talk, bro. I don't go back and forth with people in the chat, bro. I just don't. But
We definitely got our own freshman in Sarah Strong and Joyce Edwards. So we wasn't looking for Sarah Strong. We said we had an opportunity to get her. She made a different decision and she went where she went. It was fun. It was fun playing against her.
hey, sneakerhead. Before they exit you out of this chat, bro, I'm trying to save you. Before they exit you about this chat, for real, for
I
real.
think they exited. I think Sneakerhead got gone. I think
I was trying to save them before they did it. I'm like, bro,
keep
you
him.
don't listen.
Why Sneakerhead?
I literally tell you, you don't have to agree with my opinion or anything like that. I would never tell you to, but I am more right than I am wrong.
More right than I am wrong. Key came in hot.
Yeah, man. Like, I am, and the thing about the crazy part is that I know way more about a lot of things that going behind the scenes than you probably would ever know.
Oh
It's
man,
just I don't have to say nothing publicly. I just let things come
this is
out.
why we appreciate. This is why we appreciate having you on the show. Gotta hit him with the shoulders. We Kayla. Appreciate the love.
Man.
Run them likes up, y'all. Run them likes up. Run them likes up. Looking today, we got 465 in the chat. Let me see it in the likes. Make it make sense.
Hey, but Sneakerhead, man. So,
Go
first
ahead,
of all, salute to Sneakerhead for coming in and just commenting. We appreciate your support as always. You know, your opinion is valued. I just wanted to make sure that you know that your opinion is valued. Hey,
man, y'all better leave Rob alone. He a good dude. You better know it. So every team loses good players. Even teams that win national championship loses kids in the portal. That's part of the landscape. Somebody left UConn this year.
yeah, they did.
So I
After
mean,
just winning the ring.
they're gonna come back and pick up a ring. But they made a decision to leave. That's okay. As
I'm telling
revenue
you,
sharing. No, go ahead.
no, I'm just being honest. Like some of these decisions are already made. It's just a matter of when it gets done. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to get people to understand is like no matter how the season ends, some of these decisions are already made before the season even ends. The conversation's already been had. And it's just the point that, you know, some people forget that. And it's just like, man, things happen throughout the season. Some might not go your way. You might not get the shots. You might not get the minutes you thought because somebody went down. You thought your role would be elevated and they didn't feel the same way. So it's just the business side of sports at every level now.
So, I guess for the people that are saying, like now y'all saying, Joyce Edwards should start now. Because MiLaysia Fulwiley left, should Dawn Staley change her process? Her process has produced three national championships, five straight Final Fours, two back-to-back trips to the national championship, one that she won, one that she was runner-up. Why would she change her process? Why does one player leaving should make her change her process? Make it make sense, or am I missing something? Rob, what do you think? Especially as a coach.
Your process is your process. Your standard is your standard. That's the difference. If you don't agree with the standard, that's on you, right? If you want her to change her standard, it's on you, right? But until whatever she said is the standard, you got to live what the standard is. The thing about it is, let you know what the standard is. Now, do you want to play another year in that standard, or do you want to go see what it looks like on the other side? And she can still come back. That's the crazy part about it. It's like, yeah, like she can't even come back. She can leave for a year and understand, damn, I was really in a great situation, but I didn't understand it till I left the nest. Now I'm finding out that, man, listen, it ain't looking good over here. Let me go back to the nest and let me go finish this thing off where I started this thing off as a hometown hero and walk out with a championship my last year and go to the dub. You know what I'm saying? Like people gotta it's a lot of things that play out, but sometimes it takes you to leave a situation for you to understand. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this how like hey Lay, why we don't change up who you are because they know your name. I'm gonna repeat that again. Don't change up who you are because they know your name. You still Lay. Go do your thing, go rock out. Guess what? They still gonna remember your name, and that's all that matters.
They said Wheeler decommitted from Auburn. She ain't following
Yeah.
after all.
I talked about that earlier. Remember I was telling you about, you know what I'm saying? It's messed like what he got working on when one of his players is, you know what I'm saying, didn't come with him like that. Yeah. I touched upon that earlier.
Man, this is so much going on. I missed it. One more time. Hit it with the show. Let's go, Michelle Malone. Thank you for the support, fam. Yeah, we trusted Dawn Staley. Oh yeah. See you in the Final Four. For sure. Gotta see you in the Final Four. Not everybody can come play for UConn and South Carolina. The stars are the coaches with their own philosophy.
Yeah. You got all right. So think about it, right? If you don't know what Lay really is valuing right now, whether that's her brand or if it's she wants the individual success right now. She know what team success is like. She was at South Carolina, so for her to transfer, she's probably looking for more individual success. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to move up some job boards because you got to start understanding like she's in the prime of her career right now at the collegiate level of what does your game look like going into the dub, right? So you're trying to position yourself right now to like, I got to increase my stock. Hey, Anthony, I thought you been subscribed, bro. What took you so long to subscribe?
Anthony, what? Appreciate the subscription, though. Anthony, thanks for the follow. Yeah, people who think they telling Don how to coach need to get a grip. Don Steady run that program. And Charles, you didn't type that benches why she left a few times. I have no idea. She ain't said it. She haven't said why she left. I would love for Lay to speak on why she left.
I don't think she truly will though. But I'm gonna say this. I don't think she's truly gonna say it. But whatever school she's going to, whoever's in that media is gonna ask her. It's gonna be up to Larry whether she wants to speak upon it.
Absolutely.
And I don't, if she have any doubt about the decision that she could possibly, because like I said, it could be a 1-year plan that she leaves the Nets and come back. So she's gonna give you a PR answer to make sure that she leaves the door that she could possibly come back there. She ain't gonna be stupid now.
Yeah, we talking some folks off the ledge. Says if a coach caters to a player to the judgment of the team, it's going to affect the process. It would make sense for her to cater to this one. I already know. I know who Drip is. We ain't changed. Y'all holler, change your starting lineup all year. I'm not changing my starting lineup. My starting lineup is my starting lineup. My standard is my standard.
I'm glad to see Fagan and Paw got invited to the green room for the draft. So
beautiful.
We gotta talk about. I mean, we'll talk about it another day, but I just want to put that out there, for people that don't know. You know what I'm saying?
How important is that you get invited?
I mean,
what does that mean for you?
What they're saying is, if you got invited, all they're saying is that majority of the teams that's picking in the first round all agree that you should be a first round pick. That's really it.
So you on? So I mean, you on the majority of teams' draft boards at some
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. That means
about you in that main draft board. Okay.
Yeah. So 16 players got invited, right? And so there's 13 spots. It just means that majority of the team, you got to have at least 80% of the teams saying that they're gonna pick you for that to happen.
So I got a question. Kate Martin wasn't invited, but was somebody's plus one that got picked up at the draft. Is there anybody who didn't get invited that you think should try to be somebody's plus one that could be a surprise pickup?
I never worry about that type of stuff. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, if you're gonna pick them up, you're gonna pick them up. You know that.
And if you're not invited, does that mean that you're not going to get drafted? Because I don't know. Tina Popoff said she was having a party at the crib, so I don't know if Popoff got invited and turned it down. She did.
She got invited. Yeah.
Okay, and just decided to stay home. She got such a big
family. They just announced it though publicly. They just announced
changing her mind.
So she probably gonna change. She was going off of before because they just sent the invites out for Monday. So I want to say they sent them out last night, but they just made them publicly on who got the invite. So I doubt that she's probably changed her mind now. So she's probably going to the draft.
Okay, so maybe I just know that she has such a big family. It probably would be hard to figure out who comes to who all get tickets because I think.
Yeah, I mean, well, you already can have a certain amount of people. It's a cap that you can have in the green room. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can come, but it's only some amount of people that can go in the green room. And it's kind of like the situation like with Colorado is that, having Shador and having Travis being picked, they only can allow so many amount of people to come. And they want to have a big party and invite, like, man, it might be a whole celebrity list of people, you know what I'm saying, when they get drafted. So it's just one of those situations, yeah. But to be one of the 16 girls that like got invited to the draft means that you're in big consideration because 80% of the teams had to agree for you to be there. So even if a team got 2 picks, you still gotta be high on a board for you to possibly get to be invited. So 3 girls ain't getting invited. I mean, 3 girls ain't getting picked out of that 16.
Yeah, I mean, you take that risk coming and sitting in there.
Yeah, but sorry. So check this out, right? At some point, you're gonna get to 16 teams, right? because next year you'll be at 15. So
Jermaine is asking Rob, do you live in Colorado? This is Mr. Colorado Buffs. Please follow Rob the Man Media channel.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
is the go-to for Colorado Buffs news. I don't know how you want to answer the question.
yes, I do. I do live in Colorado. The reason why I bring them up a lot is because I do a lot of coverage for the Colorado Buffs. So that's the reason why I bring them up. I bring up Coach Prime and Coach Drip. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much like they're similar in coaching, like their patterns, their styles, who they have in a program, what they program stand for. It's similar. So it's that's why Coach like one and one.
Um, but folks saying we might trade TJ Watt. What are you talking about? Shador to Pittsburgh? Okay, I don't know Paris.
They going to football now because they didn't brought it up.
Okay, what happened now? Okay, so Shador is going to Pittsburgh.
He took a visit. They gonna have to trade up to go get him though.
Okay, but folks will say that y'all gonna trade TJ Watt off the defense.
Nah, man. All right. Let's go back to basketball. Y'all in here trying to change this. We here talking about South Carolina basketball. Y'all was
what? What? I don't know nothing about that. I ain't heard that. Okay, y'all still talking to yeah, Drip and Dion. I don't know how close they are personally, but just in styles and everything. The approach, and the way that it's about the person first and then the athlete is what I love about both of them.
trust me. We gonna do a whole show about it. That's why what I'm saying. I'm avoiding like answering a lot of these questions because we're gonna have a show where we do a Deion Sanders Coach Prime and
What about
Don Steady Drip conversation.
was there a team that you covered before Colorado? Like a question in the
Yeah,
chat.
I was covering JSU.
JSU. So
Jackson State.
There y'all got it.
I've been covering Coach Prime for a minute, so wherever Coach Prime go, I'm gonna cover him.
So there y'all have it. There y'all have it. And we got some more. We got some narratives and some shows coming to be able to try to get more of this stuff explained. I seen she does name in the comments, so it made me think of a yeah all over my timeline comment section. Wasn't trying to change the subject. Oh, you talking about Shador? All good, all good. Do you think it was an emotional decision for Lay to potentially transfer after the championship? I don't think she even lost a championship in high school. Did Lay win 4 straight championships?
No,
I
I
don't
know
think Lay
Raven.
won no 4 straight. Raven did. I don't think Lay
Raven
won 4
did.
straight
Lay
championships.
did.
I mean, because Ashland got one in there. I don't know if they was in the same division. I don't think Lay won 4 straight though. How would I describe Lay's playing style? Oh, downhill, aggressive, attacking the basket. Great court vision. Um, Still a work in progress.
Yeah,
Still growing, still building.
yeah. She can improve shooting wise, but I think every
Yeah,
South Carolina,
absolutely.
South Carolina guard can improve shooting wise. To be honest with
Late
you,
lost to Joyce a year ago. Okay, in the championship. Lay was gone when Joyce won.
man, why are we bringing up Sarah Strong? I'm just trying to figure out what's what's the whole conversation between what does Sarah have to do with Lay? Like, I done seen too many people be like, well, if Sarah Strong was there, we won a championship, Lay would still be there. Like that. That's still
Right here,
if
right now,
listen, but just peep this. If Lay still has the same exact role and Sarah Strong is there, the same result happen. Nothing changes.
I don't know where Brick City coming from. Brick City just typing the same basic thing over and over again with different words. So, and then we got to remember, Lay started playing varsity basketball in like 7th grade. So she won 4 straight, but lost in her senior year. Okay, won 4 straight, lost in her senior year, and it's just one person, right? That's having that conversation. And in the minute y'all don't want to have that conversation anymore, just don't stop talking to them. is because my Hurricanes just lost our guards to the draft, so I think she might fit what we need at
I
guard. Could you see Lay in Miami?
That's a possibility. But I just want to address this about the whole LSU thing.
Come on.
Why why would Lay go to LSU when she just watched and seen what they did for Wally?
You mean to
I mean
Fo?
to Foe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I said for Wally. I meant to say all my other words right now. But the thing about it is, why would Lay want to go to LSU when she just watched what they did to Big Foe, and she don't, and then what they doing with NKW? Like, what we doing? Like, come on, that ain't gonna work. And they just bring in a bunch of guards. They bring in a bunch of guards in high school. So where does Lay fit anyway? Like, going to LSU definitely don't make no sense. But I get it. I get what y'all saying, the goofiness.
Yeah, I think Lay is the number one player in the portal right now, Bree.
I
I think
I
Lay is the number
I
one player in the
honestly
portal.
though, I truly need, I love that we got a bunch of LSU supporters in here. I just need y'all to break down to me when, LSU develop a guard and talk to me.
You want to know when they develop a guard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. If she transfers, I think she goes Kentucky, Notre Dame, or Florida State. Who?
I
Lay? You
don't
see
think
Lay in Kentucky
Kentucky out of
with Kenny?
picture.
You see Lay
Kentucky
in
out the picture.
Kentucky with Kenny? What about Kentucky make you see Lay there?
Don't nothing with
I
Kenny and Lay in the same situation sounds good.
it don't even look like Kenny. No, nobody that look like Lay. When you look at Kenny, Kenny? No, I don't see. I don't see. I would be surprised, but I don't know where how Kentucky got in the conversation. Lay to Notre Dame,
I,
Lay to TCU with Olivia Miles. You like Lay better with Olivia Miles or Hannah Hidalgo?
man, put her next to Hannah.
Or they telling new phone is telling you Big Foe twice the player she was when she got to LSU. That's the guard got developed there. Big Foe.
Man, all right. So what did Big Four add in her game that she ain't did since freshman year? I'm waiting. It sounds good, but tell me what Big Four has added to her game since she got to LSU.
Danielle Joyner said nothing. And that's not taking nothing away from Big Foe. Big Foe is
It's
who
not.
she is.
It's not.
But
It's not taken away
nothing that
from.
is nothing that Kim has added to her game though.
Yeah, it's my thing of it is when you talk about a player develop, that means I should see something improve year in year out. Like that's the part that I don't understand when we talk about like what has she done that she ain't showed you since her freshman year?
Malik Thompson say uh Flau'jae looked like the same player since high school. She just get the ball more now. New phone says she's more consistent.
Consistent at what? It's
Hmm.
explain to me what that is.
I mean,
Because
because
I
the
know
offense they wouldn't even run the offense consistently through her. It was an argument to even get to even run the offense through Foe. So I don't know what consistency you saw this year.
talk about it. I'm waiting to see if this one person finna say what I think they finna say.
I think Big Foe is better because she worked hard to be on her own. Not sure Kim has a lot to do with her development. On the other hand, Dawn develops her players. I
But she
don't know
she
about
already
that.
had that work ethic coming in. So I'm just trying to figure out. I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me what that is that she's developed at LSU under Kim Mulkey, right? And the reason why I'm asking this is because so many people got so much to say about drip and about developing and this, that, and third. But you've seen kids improve in her program. I've yet to see that at LSU. I see more kids transferring out of LSU than I see them developing.
They say Johnson has only improved on her strength. She really hasn't improved on any of her weaknesses. Her flaws are still the same.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to say.
Angel's game regressed under Kim. She just starting to get her point forward skills back.
Mm. Oh
Wow.
man, hey, you might need to take a picture of that because I ain't seen nobody. Oh, you might need to highlight that, Cess. Hey,
Which one?
no, the one you just read, you might have to clip that up because I mean, I thought, hey, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh no, let's talk about it.
We already talked about it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying off the camera. I'm just saying somebody finally came out and admitted. You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? You know?
That's in the paint with Fox Media. That's in the paint with Fox Media. And Malik say Kim said it out her mouth. It's not her job to develop you for the WNBA. Her job is to win national championships.
Okay.
So y'all think Lay's game going to improve or be the same? I don't know. We don't know where she's going. I can't. It's hard for me to say. These coaches are not going to let MiLaysia have starter minutes until she plays more discipline. That's what Don was trying to instill in her.
Who said that?
Oh,
Who said that?
Kwame.
Man, but hey, listen. Right now, it's a coach telling her that she's finna start right now, not right now, and she can do whatever she want. Man, come on now.
Kim didn't say what. T. Carmella. Kim didn't say what.
Yeah, it's gonna be plenty. It's gonna be It's gonna be plenty because it's gonna let her play and don't play no defense. Because you can't tell me no difference when you could just look at some of these programs and they ain't guarding lit. They just feel like they're gonna outscore you. Okay.
Oh, Fulwiley getting the keys.
You
They
know.
say exactly. Look at Kim's 2019 Baylor team. Outside of Alyssa Smith, who's been decent in the dub from that team. What do I think about what, Jalen? About not developing players and just wanting to win national championships. Malik, you got some receipts on that quote from Kim about this not her job? Can you tell us where you heard that at? Okay, you see her at Ole Miss with Cody.
Hey, listen, my schools, if I'm late, I'm looking at like an Ole Miss, a team that play defense, that need an offensive player that's gonna come at her and that's gonna get buckets. That's what I need. You win game. If you gonna do that, hey, please test Coach Rowe and let him know. Let him know what?
What you want me to tell Coach Rowe?
Yeah, what
Let
we
him
supposed
know.
to be telling them?
Oh,
See,
my thoughts on MiLaysia leaving. I wish her the best. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the time. I enjoyed it. We won a natty. We went back to another one. Some great
are they
plays.
are
Saw
they
some great blocks. This is the era that we in. This the era that we in. You got man at any time they can get in that portal.
man?
So I'm interested just to see where she land at now.
They don't know.
Oh, she'll still hear Dawn's voice. Like Dawn say, when they leave, they still stay in the group chat.
The
Oh,
G, they ain't leaving the
we got
GC.
text him and let him know. Oh, you talking about from last night? I got you.
Hey, listen, hey, just hold on to the late judge. You don't burn it or nothing. She can come back.
Is
I
coaching in college for basketball more about improving on the kids' strength and developing those instead of improving on their weaknesses? What
it's
else you
it's,
got, Anthony? That's
it's
why some
literally
kids struggle to adjust to the program. How you feel about that?
honestly when it comes to like college realms, every university got a different view on college basketball, especially on the women's side, right? if you're talking about a team being in the championship conversation, yes, development is important because if you can't develop kids, you're never going to be able to get on hump. I could put a bunch of players together that can be top 5. I got number 1 class every year. It does not mean that I'm going to win a championship if I can't develop them to do the proper things that I need for them to do in the system, right? So there's a lot of things to play out. But if you at a non-basketball school, they're just telling you to go win. Does development really? I just want to get as much time as I can. Then it don't matter if I develop because they're not paying me to do that, right? And that's why if Kim says something like this, because they're telling Kim, we didn't pay you to develop kids. We paid you to go win championships. Every school is a case-by-case differences, right? Some schools don't want to take high school players at all. They don't care what it is. They don't take high school players because they see no value in developing kids. Where some coaches like, hey, I'd rather build a kid up, and by the time she gets to her junior or senior year, we can work with that, right? We spending less money because we're taking kids out of high school than we are spending for transfer portal kids. Everybody has a different philosophy on should I develop a kid or not in my program. For me, I'm gonna develop a kid because guess what? If I want star players from the high school ranks or transfers, I got to show them that I can develop and win championships at the same time. So I'm always gonna start on developing a kid versus me going to go get something that might be a headache and you trying to say something to them and they're not listening because they in their ways and they stuck in their own ways and it's got them nothing but losses. It's just what comes with it. I'm always set on development.
Thank you, Luana. We appreciate the support. Y'all got Lay going to Clemson now. Y'all talking about big folk. Kim don't lose players in the portal.
How does Kim not lose kids in the portal when? Never mind. Go ahead. I'm not even gonna get on that conversation.
Kim don't get no players in the portal. She don't lose none.
Do y'all not know that Kim had a team with a whole bunch of McDonald's All-American that all transferred out?
They don't know that. It doesn't. That don't matter.
Okay.
So Maya Smith in the portal right now. Danielle Joyner, they don't. ADR in the portal right now. It don't matter. She don't lose. Then they said well, she don't lose good players. Then they said she don't lose good players. It's always goalpost movement.
All right. So what is a McDonald's All-American?
Kim has lost a bunch of players to the portal. Poa's in the portal. Y'all saying she can't go to Clemson if she want to come back to LA. Okay. Jersey is intended to enter the transfer portal too. Can SC use Poa for what? And Dawn told you, just because you got a McDonald's All-American don't mean that you got a great basketball player.
Hey, listen, man, don't even get me started on the McDonald's All-Star process. I'm trying to be calm about stuff, man. But it's just certain things. It's like, what we talking about right now?
Just a few days ago, we was on the show talking about the McDonald's All-American game didn't even have the best players that it should have had in there. But we're using the McDonald's All-Americans as a measuring stick. We just said that it was a snoozer game, and we didn't know why the other twin wasn't in the game, and there was some other players that should have made that roster. So, what are we talking about for real? Maybe lay in the portal to save up her 1 year of eligibility and go back to SC to start next year. Maybe.
So Cess, I want you to riddle me something, right?
Let's go.
Did you see any? Well, first before I see this, right? Did you watch any of the Geico National women's basketball? The girls' basketball high school championships games?
No, I did not watch no state championship games. I didn't watch none this year.
No, not the Geico Nationals, where the best 4 teams made it.
I didn't see none of that either.
I was gonna say, if you watched that, you would have seen so many better seniors out on that court than you seen in the McDonald's All-Star game. But that's where I was going with it.
So, but is that on YouTube? Is it on YouTube? Because if it is, then I'll watch.
I'll check and see. And I'll
okay, let me know.
Yeah.
So I got that's a good question, Bree Wayne. Leia's in the portal. Does Dawn need to make an announcement now?
What's she making an announcement for?
That's what I'm asking as a coach. Does she need to say something? Does she need to?
No. Listen, if she does not publicly come out and release a statement, because she's into the portal, but it's not official yet. That's the thing about it. And so, like I told you, the pay work has been put in, but it ain't been cleared. So technically, she's still a Gamecock right now until it gets cleared. So when it does get cleared, I think Don might release a statement, but she truly don't have to.
Somebody gonna ask her about it for sure. I agree, y'all. Soon as the next time it's a mic in front of her face, somebody gonna ask her about MiLaysia transferring, and maybe Sakima.
They're gonna ask more about Fulwiley just be on Messi's side than they are gonna be for Sakima.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially depending
on where
Lay
hero.
ends up. Yeah. Especially depending on where Lay ends up. Yeah, Paris, we talked about this a little earlier. We could see Kiyomi and Lay connected together and playing maybe at like an Auburn or something.
Yeah, I got Auburn. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for all y'all that, listen, for all y'all that hate defense, like y'all be complaining. What y'all think Chavez finna do? The number one player in the nation finna do at Oklahoma? You think she finna play defense? But she the number one player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but all right.
And then we talked about it too. I don't know if y'all was here for that show, but we talked about too, especially when kids have shoe deals. A lot of times that shoe deal factors into where they end up at. So if everybody that's like Lay to Oklahoma, I don't know if that makes sense for her shoe branding deal.
They're a Jordan school. That makes no sense. Like, you think Under Armour want her to go there? Oh, you crazy as I don't know what.
Why is there selective memory for both Drip and Kim? They always point out that Drip loses players, but Kim has the same issues, and they basically overlook it. Oh, we know why.
Man, it's just a narrative, just to spark a conversation. That's what I'm gonna leave it at that. Like that's all it is. Just something to spark a conversation. They don't believe it. That's why they say it.
Forget NIL. Just be happy with a full ride scholarship. It's not the way of the world anymore.
Listen, a full ride scholarship is only good for a year. No, I don't think y'all understand it. Like your scholarship is only good for a year. Your scholarship got to get renewed. Your scholarship ain't getting renewed. You already know you hitting the portal. And I ain't saying that's late situation. I'm just telling you why you see a lot of these kids hit the portal and they hit them in pairs. It's either 2 or 4s. Like 2 people hit the portal or 4 people hit the portal. It's always in pairs. So because they know that their scholarship might not be renewed, so their best intentions are to hit the portal.
I definitely do think that Lay talked to all of her people, everybody, all of her stakeholders before she made her decision. And I see us saying this is the first star player that Dawn has lost though. This the era. This the era that we in, y'all. This is the probably first star player that Ohio State lost with Cody leaving. This is the first. It's a new era. We're gonna see this more and more and more and more and more. It's just how it is. So I see somebody saying Chavez got $1 million to sign. Transfers don't. Transfers can at this time, from what I understand, still negotiate and front load their NIL money. Correct?
Yeah, but peep this. Do you really think they gave $1 million to that girl to come there?
Oh, we already talked about that $1.5 million. We talked about that. And so what I say all the time is ask for $1.5 million and you probably end up with $750,000. But you got to start your negotiation somewhere. You don't start your negotiation at the number that you're gonna settle on. So I'm gonna ask you for more than I think you're gonna give me. If you mess around and give it to me, good for me. But when I start my negotiation, I got a worst case scenario, a best case scenario, and what I'll settle on. So and the other thing about the $1 million and the $1.5 million that y'all keep saying the young lady asked for, I still have not seen a receipt where it was actually Chavez saying I need $1 million or $1.5 million to go. So I don't know, but I would say maybe it was closer to 750,000, 500,000 to get started.
I ain't even gonna say that. I doubt she got all that money up front. But what do I know?
Maybe not up front. Oh, but we talked about that too. The agreement could be 500,000, but as Rob reminded us this week, when you shake my hand, you shook my hand. It ain't nothing written down. Whatever you got when you shook my hand,
Mm-hmm.
we'll talk about the rest of it. When
But,
is you gonna get it? How do you get it paid out?
more than
All of
likely,
that.
this is what she got. Right? They got a house for her parents to move in, 3 cars, right? One for the mom, one for the dad, one for her to drive. And then she probably got 150K up front. So a housing to stay in, 3 cars, 150 up front. The rest of it, you gotta earn it. We say we gonna give it to you, but you gotta earn the rest of it. We gotta recruit on our investment. So if y'all really think they went out and gave this kid $1 million or 1.5 or whatever random number y'all think that's over $1 million, trust and believe she didn't get all that up front. She gonna have to
Okay,
earn
so
that.
let me flip it to football real quick. When you hear that a good football player costs $1 million, is that
Mm-hmm.
true? And they get
Yeah,
$1 million, and
it could be true, but how's that $1 million broke down?
that's what I was going
That's
to
the
ask.
part.
Is that $1 million
That's
in
where,
cash, or is your package branded at $1 million, and you got some cash, and you got a place to stay, and a car, and some jewelry, and when you add it all up, it's valued at $1 million. But
yeah.
really, in your bank is 150,000 and some keys to a car and a barber, and your parents can fly in and out to every game. Like
Mm-hmm.
all of
Yeah,
that's not.
that's really what it really looked like for real. If you want to be
There we
honest,
go.
but
There we go. This is
I
the
be
part I wanted to get
I
to.
be trying to I just be learning to let people talk. You know what I'm saying? Because they know more than me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing. I don't deal with this type of stuff on a day basis. So I just let people say whatever they want to say, man. Whatever you feel comfortable saying that you think is right and it's right. Because to me,
I see.
to
But
me, honestly though, if somebody told you they're gonna give you $1 million, why wouldn't you try to get that in liquid cash, liquid assets?
we got 464 in the chat.
Like
Make sure y'all to hit them likes on both profile on both platforms, please.
like for me, honestly, if a school say, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna give your son $1 million," okay, I need half of that in cash and half of that in liquid assets. You know why I want half of that in liquid assets? Because that liquid assets is going to grow over time. And so as it grows, guess what? I probably double, triple, or quadruple that money that you said you was gonna give me, and I don't have to come back to the board to ask for no more money. Like that's just the how you should be thinking. But a lot of people be wanting the money. Okay, cool. So when the money runs out, then what do you do? If I have liquid assets, that doesn't run out because I can double the value of that.
I could move around with them. I could move around with it.
Just saying.
Do you think she was better off staying or leaving? Jayla, I'll say this. I have no idea what made Lay get in the portal, so I can't say whether she was better off staying or leaving. Um, I would say that I feel like she had a great support team around her, and if she talked to them and they worked for her how I believe that they do, MiLaysia Fulwiley made the very best decision that she thought that she could make for herself at this time, and that may still change. I don't know. I can't say if she's better off staying or leaving though, because I don't know what it is that she's seeking in getting in the portal. So I wouldn't even try to guess. You feel like Dawn gave her away because you couldn't understand her playing time at times. She was literally the best guard on the team, even with her faults. Dawn told y'all out her own mouth when Lay comes out of the game, Lay is coming out of the game because Lay hasn't delivered on defense. She said it. She told y'all the only way that Lay comes out the game is if she tug at that jersey or doesn't play defense. So the narrative that Dawn was holding her back makes no sense to me because to stay on the floor, it sounded like all she had to do was play good defense.
All right. So let me break something down because I think this don't get targeted, bro. You know
Mm,
when y'all talk about development, right? And you take a trainer and you go train, and a girl goes and trains with a trainer in the off season, right?
hmm
Do you know more than likely what they working on with that trainer? They're not going to allow them to do at the college they're going to.
Okay.
And
This is when they
so
working on their individual game, right?
when you talk about working on your individual game, right? If your coach, or well, I should say, if your trainer doesn't understand what kind of system you run at the college you're going to, that you're really working backwards. Because you can go develop all this skill, this, that, and the third, but the system that you run in college may not allow you to do that. So, I like example. Lay gets a trainer. She goes to work on her padding moves and padding the ball and doing this between the legs dribble and doing this to break a girl down, do all this, right? Well, then you come back to college, your coach, they tell you you got 3 dribbles. If you can't get it in 3 dribbles, you got to pass the ball. So that means if I pass the ball 2 or 3 times and then cross over, and then it take me 2 more dribbles, so it take me about 5 to 6 dribbles to do what I need to do, that was just a waste of a whole summer development process. So these are the type of things when I'm talking about development pieces is what is your actual plan for a player during the off season? What are you telling the player to work on? And when they do go work on it with a trainer, does that trainer watch film on the school that you came from to understand what you need to do to help you develop for you to have a better season the following year?
And I forget the name of the other trainer that they say Lake works with, but the main trainer one of the main trainers that she worked with was Khadijah Sessions. So Sessions totally has an understanding of what the office is and the expectations. I forget the name of, I don't know if Frank is still in here, but the other trainer that Lay works with also works with like some WNBA and NBA players. So there were two, Marcellus Brown.
Which is fine though, right? All right, so that's what you prefer. You prefer to have 2 trainers, not one, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of them could be, hey, they work on you, your handles, come understanding how to come off a pick and roll, this, that, and the third. And then your other trainer could be your shooting trainer, understanding like how do I get my shot off. So you're working your game under 2 umbrellas to improve your game, but you also got to realize, does that translate to the offense of what you guys are running and how you're going to get shots?
Right. And how do you make sure that that's what you're doing?
You don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Until you, unless your coach is like, hey, listen, I need you to work on X. You know what I'm saying? X, Y, Z. Here's some film on previous players that when they did that, this is what happens. Now finding the trainer that understands you need to improve on X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? Because once you go to a trainer, it's really up to the trainer what they work you on, not off of, you know what I'm saying, what the coach told you, unless the coach gave you a game plan of this what I want you to do. And then the trainer, has some type of relationship to the coaches and understands, hey, this is what they need to work on. But then if they go work with the other trainer who don't got a relationship, then they tell them to do something complete opposite that might not help them.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell.
Oh, go ahead.
You could tell the players that's actually working with trainers in the off season versus the ones that's not. It's a night and day difference. So Lay's working on her game, but her game doesn't translate to South Carolina systems. The whole reason why I'm explaining this. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. And then I'm looking at V for AR. I'm looking at your comment, and I'm lightweight, like on the side eye with it, because you like good riddance. Don't need no egos or distractions on this team. That's a nasty jacket to put on that kid. You ain't see no egos or distractions from that kid. Where is that coming from? Where did that come from? Cause you can see on her face when she don't want to come out. Passion, egos and distractions. She ain't been that on this team.
All right, but listen,
Don't
y'all.
do that.
People been calling for her to transfer, right? And then she transferred. Then y'all get upset that she transferring. Like, make your mind up. You've been begging her and asking her and pleading for her to transfer
since we lost to UCLA.
Held back and all this, that, and the third. And then she finally do it, and then y'all upset that she leaving. Man, it's nasty work, man. It's nasty work.
Yeah, she said that she was excited to play with Latson and Raven. So that may not be the reason that she decided to get in the portal today. Madison Scott got invited to the draft too. Good for her, man. Good for that kid. Her length and athleticism would be could be used at the next level. No player wants to come out the game. No player wants. Thank you for saying that, R Dog. Anybody that's played basketball, I don't care what I was doing on the court. Soon as they come, you don't want to come out if you're a real hooper.
You ain't ready to see that towel thrown at you. High five. You ain't trying to see that, man. I'm trying to
It don't matter.
hoop.
It don't matter. It don't matter how long you've been out there, man. You know when they come for you. You hate to look at the bench. You trying to look over here to see if they go somewhere else. That's just not. That's just natural. That's just being a hooper, man. What do you mean? Some players. Oh, some players. What are you saying?
Yeah,
They
no,
just
that's
do drills and don't even do it in live action and in-game intensity. Some trainers do these players dirty.
all right. But you're 100% right, Brittany. You're 100% right. And this is what I'm saying. You can go and do all these live cone drills and all that. Hey, you can look like perfectionists doing live cone drills, look amazing. But none of it translates to the game. That is the exact point of what I'm talking about. It does not matter if you can do it against a cone. Can you do it against a live person playing live defense on you and getting up and down? Because you got to remember, a lot of these girls don't really play during the off season. They don't play basketball because they play so much during the season that they just want to get away. So they don't really get up and down the court to help themselves get in shape and do things to get their body right during the off season. Because some of them still recovering from injury, or they trying to get their mentals right to get back into basketball. So when you're training, you're not even going 100%. You might be going 65, 50, 60, possibly 75% at the max. And so you're really not getting better because you ain't going 100%. But then you didn't work on this move so much that you didn't patent this move. By the time you play against a lot of players, you don't even use the move.
Can you help me understand how Lay being on the team could make the team not a cohesive unit? I don't. How does Lay make South Carolina not cohesive? I don't understand that. I think that's our teamer. What does that mean? What do you mean? You okay, Paris Milan? You feeling like you got dumped, like a text message? You got that Dear John letter? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I
Time heals
didn't.
everything. You'll
I,
still be able to go for lunch and everything sometime. Oh man, everybody feeling like they got broke up. It's okay.
hey, bro, these people be funny, boy, funny.
You say your slam shirt even ain't even got here yet, and later hit the portal. It's all right, Clarice Fennell. Still wear it proud. Wear it proud. Someone
Hey,
said Leia's addicted to the big play, and it's beautiful when it happens. Okay,
hey, how you feel about that Angel Reese comment? That's what I was thinking you was gonna react to.
I probably missed the
Jeremy,
Angel Reese one. Hold on.
Jeremy, go back, just stroll back up to Jeremy.
Oh, see, that's why I really enjoyed Angel training with Lisa Leslie and fixing her weaknesses, which will translate to her improvement for next season. That's part of being a pro. To me, that's part of being a pro. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go seek out that knowledge, that those resources that are available for you to get better. And I think that MiLaysia Fulwiley had already kind of shown that she was willing to do that. She was at Plum Dog Camp last year. Learn there. Oh, see, here's the thing. I haven't I I haven't forgotten that Lay showed a whole lot of growth this season. I'm the same one that was just up here talking about how much growth that she shown, and she grew up right before our eyes. So I don't have it in me now to be like, man, that kid, she didn't even develop it. She should have been this and she should have been that. I was so happy with watching Lay on her journey, and I'm still gonna be happy watching her on this journey. I think that she will seek out other resources, and that's okay. You see what you can get from Dawn, wherever it is that she goes, have them pour back into her. And like Rob said, the kid she could number one, she could still change her mind and stay. She could go and come back. Um but if you love this game the way you're supposed to always be trying to make your game get better every year. That's what I love about Steph Curry. Even right now, as king of the light skins, every offseason he try to add something back to what his game is. That's what you're supposed to do. So I'm okay with that. I don't know where the Clemson rumor is coming from.
What does Clemson have that's gonna tell you that they can compete for a national championship for you to go there?
And this is the other thing too.
Do you
Everybody
think?
was
Do,
like, I
do
can't
you,
I can't believe how she left. How many of y'all done left a job before? Because it was going for another job. Not just because it was gonna pay you better, because it gave you a better schedule. It was closer to your house. It was more in line with what you went to school to do. Sometimes you just make the decision that's best for you at that time. And it may be best for her to just get away from Columbia and go have to grow up without the comfort of home around her. We don't know. We're gonna
Facts.
find out though. I don't know what's in Pasadena. I don't know.
UCLA,
But I'm not gonna act like
UCLA,
that kid.
UCLA.
Oh,
They talking about
yeah,
UCLA.
you know. Yeah, get better or retire. I'm with you on that one.
You can go UCLA or USC. You know what I'm saying? One of those two areas out there where they talking about. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people stay too long. You ask Kevin Garnett if he wish he'd have left Minnesota before he did. Do he think
yeah,
he would have had more rings than he got now if he would have left Minnesota being loyal? Sometimes you got to get out. Sometimes you got to come out that box. Sometimes Linus got to let that blanket go, and you got to go be who you are.
I knew you was talking about the Rose Bowl. I just mixed up the teams.
I left their wiener schnitzel for Peter Piper Pizza. Mondo, get out the chat. Get out of the chat. Ain't nobody talking about no damn wiener schnitzels. Where are the best available? Who are the best available players to replace Lay in the portal?
The Hold on, Mondo. The Rose Bowl. That's really where Never mind. That's a whole nother conversation. I'll leave that alone. But
Yeah,
but really, honestly, this thing. Just think about it like this, and this is just a hypothetical statement, right? If Lay and Lay left, Tessa and Lay left, right? You're looking to get bigger on the wings, right? You're talking about 5'9" kids. You're trying to go get you somebody that's 6'1", 6'2". They can. It's a D&3 person. They can replace Bree. Like you pretty much gonna have to replace 3 players, right? You got one of them that can play on the wing from the high school ranks, but I still think you go get 2 more, possibly 3, because you need that wing is gonna be important. So we'll see.
So here's the other thing too, right? With the roster that Don has, and I know we don't know what Don is thinking. MiLaysia comes in and says, "Hey, coach, I'm hitting the portal." Does that make you feel like I got to jump right back in the portal, or do you feel like, let me look at the talent that I got? I lost your audio.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So what you got to look at it from a standpoint of this is, um, when you looking at this whole breaking this thing down, what was the thing that we struggled at in the championship game, right? Is making shots. And so you still this offseason you want to try to find some shooting, right? Find a mobile big that can understand how to play, how to move their feet. There are certain things that resonated. That like, do you think that we have enough pieces currently constructed from what we got out of high school ranks and then adding Lassing, right? What left? Pow left, right? And now Lay leaves, so you still need some help at the guard spot, right? You think we got
Mm-hmm.
enough as guards to get it
Mm-hmm.
done when what just happened in the championship game? And then when you look at the bigs, you get 2 bigs leave. So we got out rebounded in our physical without bigs. So we lost
Mm-hmm.
4 players. We bringing in 3 from the high school ranks and from the portal, and the way we went out, we got to add something, and which is shooting is one of the things that we need to add, but toughness overall, you know what I'm saying, which is something that can be built during the off season, just getting physical. I mean, just getting stronger in the off season. So
And I think I asked that because I feel like South Carolina is so deep that like MiLaysia Fulwiley is a generational talent. You don't want to see that talent walk out the door, but you also don't want to make knee jerk reactions to situations. You don't want to mess up the chemistry and the relationships that you built here, right? But I
yeah,
also feel like there are certain programs where, hey man, if this player walk out the door, you better jump in the portal, right? So USC, right, with everything that they got going on, if Juju wasn't hurt and Juju got in the portal, Coach G is probably fired. But
Yeah.
That program, you have to get in the portal right away in that type of situation, right? You can't have a Juju walk away and then not jump in the portal. What's another program that I would say is like that? Notre Dame. You can't have Hannah get in the portal, right? Like you can still, there's still something there to build around. Late leaving, man, hurts. One of our favorites. It's not the end of the world, and we don't necessarily have to jump back into the portal right away to be able to fill that role. I think we stay. I think
Well,
Dawn Staley stays the course.
here's the thing though. What did she bring to the table, right? She was your X factor off the bench. She was your bench, like she was your score off the bench. She was your
I got you back now. I can hear you now.
You we good? We good?
Yep, I got you.
All right. Hold on. Hold on.
All right, we're gonna wait for Rob to come back. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Since I feel like people are downplaying Dawn's telephone, I don't understand why people underestimate her. We've been here before, and every year we come back stronger after a hard loss. Yeah, I mean, listen. Here's the thing. Dawn, Dawn is recruiting kids, but it's a lot of kids that Dawn got to say no thank you to too.
Yeah. Are you good? We good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
My
I
bad.
got
The,
you.
the money, the money song just kept playing, repeated on streaming. And I'm like, bro, what's going on right now? But no, so when you look at like Lay leaving, right? Lay is like if you lose a starter, right? It's kind of like, all right, we probably straight. But like when you lose somebody off your bench, that's like bringing you the X factor that Lay does. It kind of like, damn, we might need to go get somebody that can score off the bench at the guard spot, right? Because when you look at the bench, who's gonna bring that scoring punch that she was bringing off the bench that changes the game?
So
on
what I
any
felt
given
like Lay
night.
added, what I felt like Lay added was the ability to get downhill and get to the basket whenever she wants to. I feel like Maddie Mouse can get to the basket when she wants to. Maddie attacks the paint and can get to the basket. I think that we may have to leverage how we use Latson because Latson is a bucket, right? So I know everybody was like Latson is starting. I didn't have Latson starting. I had Latson as the spark off the bench, right? So before Lay got in the portal, I had Raven, Lay, and Tessa starting with Latson coming off the bench to be the leadership, and the bucket if the offense started to get stagnant. But as we look at how everything is going to play out next year, Chloe is going to be a different kind of player next year. Chloe is probably going to shoot the midi more, shoot that three more. She's going to be more confident that we want her to shoot. Joyce is going to be on demon time. Island and Agot, you're going to be bringing them along. You got Tack. I think people are really forgetting about Tack, and I think the player that everybody really keeps not thinking about is Mary Carey. Miriam Dowda is going to be a difference maker for us next season, right? Latson for sure starts now, especially with Lay gone. But I think that Dowda will be a difference maker for us. I like the way that she came on with her defense at the end, and I think that her three ball is gonna be ready to fall next year. I'm not forgetting Tack. I just said Tack. Tack is gonna be a monster. I'm not worried about Tack. Tack is an X factor that people don't think about. So I just think that how we look next year is a little bit different, but still dangerous. I'm not. Lay will be missed, but we'll be able to find a spark.
Okay. Hey, it's still a long time, so to see. But I ultimately think Don's probably gonna add two more kids to the roster. That's just me personally. I just think she's gonna add two
Well,
more
she
kids.
said she said for sure that she wanted a mobile big. She got and then she got Latson, and then she said she might get one more kid out the portal anyway. So
But
that was three.
I don't think she was
So maybe
gonna
one
do
more.
that. I don't think she was gonna originally do that with late stand. I don't think she would have because here's why I'll tell you that. Raven probably never makes a statement she makes about now we need to go get a bid. If she knew Lay was leaving. You get what I'm saying? She probably it's some things like I'm saying. This all that transpired in the last 24 hours about Lady leaving. This ain't something that was just like because Raven.
So you don't think that this is something that Lay thought about earlier in the season?
No, I'm not saying she didn't think about it. I'm saying that nobody was thinking that Lay was going to leave because they feel like you made it through that window, right? The first 48 hours after the game, they feel like they made it through that window. I said Raven probably does not make the statement she make with like Lassie coming in. I don't think she makes that statement if she knew Lay was coming, right? Because then we let her and they're like, oh, well now it's time to go get us a bid. Like that's the missing pieces. All we need is a bid to come here. We good, right? I don't think Raven makes that statement if she thinks Lay is leaving. She probably doesn't even make a statement at all. She probably makes a statement about Lawson coming in, boom, boom, boom. But I don't think she makes a statement about all we need to go get another big and we good. Like I don't think she makes that statement when she made that comment.
I got you. Emily, if you are tired, please. I know you said you was tired. I don't know if I told you if you're tired, you reach around and reach it off. It's all good. You can reach around and reach it off anytime you want.
All right, but Emily, before you say that, just say, hey, thank you for your support. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do, you know.
Okay. And I see a lot of people feel like they think Lay gonna rethink her decision. I think that Lay I hope that Lay took the time to think about it before she made her decision. Look, I would be excited for the Lay to be like, you know what? It was all a dream. I used to read Road Up magazine. You know what I'm saying? And come on back.
Which I don't understand. This is just marketing 101. Let me explain to y'all what marketing 101 is in this situation. This is marketing 101, right? It's something that I want, that I'm trying to get, but they're not gonna give it to me. So why not go ahead and enter the portal to make you have to pick up the phone call to see what you can do, so we can meet into the middle of this ground, so I can go ahead and come back. Because I really truly don't want to leave, but there's something that you probably gave to somebody that I feel like I'm on the same value as them, and my name might be bigger than them. And I'm a hometown kid, and I'm gonna be loyal. So I got to do this to get your attention. You know, those type of things happen. It's a leverage thing. If you feel like, hey, this school got the leverage, okay, cool. Let me show you how much leverage I got.
How did she first her teammates if she changes her mind? I was tripping.
It ain't it, but see, here's the thing though.
They know, Lay.
If you have already explained it to your teammates, you know, bro, there's no way that Lay got into there and she ain't talked to her teammates, say nothing to her teammates about it, and they feel some type of way. Because ain't nobody, think about it like this. Ain't nobody publicly came out and said any comments about her leaving. Nobody on the team. So they know what's up with it. It's
especially because she's a hometown kid. I'm sure that she had that conversation with Ashlyn, with Joyce. They had conversations. Their families was talking about. She was talking about their parents was happy that they was playing together. This affects so many people. You could tell the way the kid just handled being put out the championship, the tears, the passion, the love she got for the game. She had these conversations.
Hey, listen, trust me, when they hurt you, they're gonna make some type of emotional statement, right? Because they like, damn, my dog just left. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? That was something unexpected, but man, the times that we had, like, they gonna make something type of emotional tweet about. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all is like, it's more to the story than, you know what I'm saying, that's ever gonna get put out. And it could be a whole leverage thing, and she gonna withdraw, and all these statements that some of these people are making and flip-flopping, now they gotta retract their statements because she stayed.
Let me ask you a question. And it don't have to be the Colorado locker room, LSU locker room, whatever. How many times do you think these players come into the thing and be like, man, I transfer up out of here, leaving out of practice, leaving out of game, just throughout the season? How many times do you think they say that and have to and go home and come back to practice the next day? How many times? How many times do y'all think they all say that? How many times do y'all think they walk out of practice like, I'm tired of this? I quit. I don't want to do this no more. How many times do y'all think they do that? Do you think it happens at all? Let me know.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna run across your mind when things get tough, depending on your background you came from. But you know, a lot of time when you see in a lot, like right now, the Tennessee starting quarterback talking about he didn't even show up to practice today because he in negotiation. They ain't giving him the money that he want. He flat out just didn't show up to practice today. What you gonna do?
You know what? Better yet, how many times y'all on your way to work and be like, man, somebody say something to me today, man, I'm cussing him out. I quit this job today. Knowing you got to play your lights next week. Bro, like, it happens. It happens, right? How many times, man, I quit this job today. My boss getting on my nerves. But you going to work tomorrow. Like, that frustration part of it, that frustration part of it happens. I don't feel like that's what this was for this kid. Like, from the time that they lost the game, from the time that Latson was announced to where we're at right now with her making the announcement today, I think that she put her thought into it. So maybe she changes her mind still, but I feel like Lay has taken a lot of time since the game was lost to be able to make her announcement. So, that's what I'm saying. Oh, somebody, you said he want $4 million instead of $2.6 million. Who is that? The Tennessee player you talking about?
Tennessee quarterback, yeah.
He need $4 million?
Yeah, hey, listen. I'm not coming to practice. He made a point. He did not come to practice today. Like, bro, I'm not coming to practice. I got the leverage. What you talking about? If you don't think me, I can get in the portal. The portal ain't even open. I can get jump in the portal. If you ain't gonna pay it to me, somebody else gonna pay it to me.
Bro, y'all remember Asia was transferring?
Man,
Asia was transferring? Remember Asia was done with South Carolina. She was out there. On the way to North Carolina where the boys was cute. Remember? And her and Dawn had to have a come to Jesus. Man, it happens, bro. It happens.
But to be honest though, for you to do something like that, you gotta have a brand behind you. You gotta have some star power behind you. Like, you ain't just, everybody ain't gonna come in $4 million. Not every kid's gonna do that. So for you to do something like that, yeah, Bryce got 12 million because he had the leverage, because he would have went to LSU for 9 million. So Michigan had to bring him an extra 3 million. But he ain't getting 12 million up front. That's all broken down into seasons of how much money he get.
Okay, talk about that part. So when they say, okay, I'm gonna give you 12 million, that's for your whole 4 years, or do we get it? Are we getting a fresh 12 every year?
No, that's for your whole 4 years. It's broken down in contract. So if
okay,
I give you,
so basically like $3 million a year. You got about $3 million a year. Your bundle, whatever that package is.
It can look like that, but all right. So first year, right? Because the whole thing is, I'm not expecting you to be here for 4 years, right? So your contract might be front loaded. Where like, hey, I'm gonna give you 5 million, 4 million, 3 million, 2 million. Like, as the season go, because we know we got you here freshman year, right? But we gotta have enough money to give you for you to stay. Yo, junior year, you should be popping and elevating to where your brand is taking off, your NFL stock is taking off, where you leaving in up 3 years. We're not expecting you to be here year 4. So we're not gonna put no money there year 4. And that's the kind of leverage that you got to, you know what I'm saying, where you see, hey, if it didn't work out them first 3 years, transfer.
Okay, I got you. Hey. Okay. That makes sense.
And college football NIL deals are the most stupidest ones, because all their stuff is front loaded. They want you to be 3 and done. Versus college basketball on the men's side, it's gonna be year to year. So that's why you see it be like 1.5 or 2 mil, because they looking at that 1 year. For football, they know they can make that money back. If your brand pop, they can make that money. They can make that $12 million back. They can be, you might make 30 million. So when I invested that 12, the price I had to pay 12 million to make 30 million. You ain't really tripping about it. You get what I'm saying? So, but you gotta be relevant. You gotta stand for the money. Like, I paid you all this money. How am I getting it back? But here's the problem that's gonna come with it, right? And this is why they put it on the schools for the revenue share piece, is because, say you pay a player 12 million and they underperform, you can't dock them. So what you gonna do? Just stop paying them?
I think that's the part people don't realize. I gave you 12 million to come in here and help my team get somewhere. Now we offers and I don't get no bread back. But like, what are we talking about? You got to perform too. That's what I talk about crossing these I's and dotting these. dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Like, they expect you to deliver when you sign these NIL deals. Don't talk about that. These NIL deals, kids got certain numbers that they got to hit to be able to get bonuses and payouts and all kind of stuff. So it's a business.
That's the part that people don't understand. So it's like when you sign an NIL deal, like there's certain agreements that you have to do, non-negotiable stuff that you got to do. Whether that's make a post every once a week or whatever your obligations are, you got to do something to get that money. It ain't just getting handed to you. So you see kids talking about, man, they made 2.5, they made 3 million. How much work do they have to put into that? And that's the stuff that people don't want. They just want to have the money. It's like, man, I'm not going to give you money without understanding recruit my investments. And so you do know, like, if you sell this brand and that brand start the numbers go up, you know, you get a big bonus off of that, right? So I'm gonna push that. You don't think Big 4 got a big ass bonus for all the stuff she did for the NCAA tournament, knowing that they weren't going to make it to the Final Four?
It take four. It take more. It take four. You hear me? It take more. It take four. So here's the thing. How much is the school in support of these kids being able to meet these obligations, right? And when I'm asking about obligations, I'm wondering, like, does it say, yo, if you start 20 games, you get a bonus. If you play, if you average this many points, you get a bonus. What kind of
see, with the revenue share, the contracts and nothing ain't out, so you really truly don't know. But if I had to put my hands on it, is they're gonna, whatever your number is, just gonna be your number. Now that is a yearly number, you know that, right? So it ain't no 4-year number. So
okay.
Say you outperform that number I'm giving you, well, that means somebody finna have to go if I got to give you that number. That means you're gonna end up losing somebody on the back end. So if you think transferring is bad now, wait till that revenue share kick in and see what it look like. Because the more you pay the people at the top, the less you get to pay on the people on the back. And if I'm somebody with some talent on the back end, what am I finna sit there for? I'm finna try to get up out of there to get a bigger bag somewhere else. Especially if I know if it's justified, I can go get it.
I like it. Okay, we still got the Dawn Hilder back. That's why she had to leave.
So what you hoping for is you pay everybody equally. You know what I'm saying? And then your star players, you try to maximize them for the NIL deals so they can be on a national wave or local deals to keep them around. But when you talk about revenue sharing, the school controls who get what. So ultimately, if you underperforming as a head coach, oh man, cut his check. He hitting the portal. Cut the check. Rip that thing up. He ain't performing to what he said he was gonna do.
So, okay, let me ask, the NIL money. You get paid at the beginning of the season or the end of the season? They see how you perform?
No, that's on your contract. That's name, image, likeness. So whatever your contract stays, how you get paid is how you get paid. Whether you want the money up front, whether you wanted in monthly payments, you know what I'm saying? So it's really
what about the collective money? Is there a certain way that get paid, or is that the same?
Like collective money, collective money is something completely different. Collective money, that's when the hands part come in, because now it's whatever agreement we shake on is what it is. So that get paid to whatever the agreement was that you shook the hand about. Whether, because there ain't no contract for that. That's just basically like, hey, listen, we gonna give you $150,000 to sign right now, and then as the season go on, we gonna give you, $25K as for each month that you here. Right? It could be something just as simple as that, and it might add up to $500,000. But what if you transfer? So I got $150,000, and then for 4 months I got 25, so I got an extra $100K, and then I hit the portal, so all that's cut off. So it's all designed on what you shake your hand on. It's nasty work, nasty agendas, but that's how it go.
Nasty work, baby, nasty work. But like you said, that's the way it goes.
Hey, Chef, it's name, image, likeness is a contract. Collectives is completely different. But what a lot of people do is they put collectives and say it's NIL, and it's not NIL, because the player is not doing anything for a brand or a company and selling it. So if you're not doing anything for a company where it sells a brand or sells something that you're trying to do, it's not NIL, it's collectives. And who controls the collectives? The boosters control it. And so if the boosters cut the money off, that means the head coach is getting fired. That's what happens. Because when the boosters want to stop paying people, that means the head coach get fired, because they don't feel like the head coach can get a jump and can get them over the top. That's how head coaches get fired. When the boosters stop supporting. Because the boosters run the school.
Well, yeah, that's what. Yeah. And Jayla, I seen your question about
NIL is
the
completely
NIL.
different.
Oh,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
say NIL is completely different than collectives. Collectives are just the boosters, and then there's a whole nother round for the NIL section. But go ahead, sis.
Oh no, I was gonna say, over the last week and a half, we really cooked on the game cocking with Cess and the hot takes on really breaking down NIL, and Rob has done a great job. Giving some great content on that. If you want to go back, because we probably won't go back and really cover all of that, but we do got another NIL show coming up. But he dropped some jewels on the game cocking with Cess. If you want to do some rewatch, great info out there on NILs.
I listen. I know we got new subscribers and new people in the building, so I'll explain it.
Okay, go ahead.
Following Colorado made me learn what Rob is talking about. Yeah, it's a difference. Like, listen, I can sell a program off NIL because I can sell. Hey, they in national commercials, they in local commercials. This is the money that they getting from that. Like, you really want to be around coaches like a Coach Prime and Coach Don that like care about you actually being in national commercials, because that's longevity money, not short-term money. NIL is just longevity money. Collectives is short-term money. So if you're looking for short-term money, don't go to Don Staley. Don't go to Coach Prime, because they're not into that. If you want long-term money, you go to programs like that can help your brand grow nationally and have longevity behind it.
Okay, y'all say Ohio State football is coming south, buying up football players. Okay,
That's Oregon. Oregon buys the football team. Ohio State does, but Oregon spends the most money on football teams.
man. So we still got days to hear more players jump in the portal, more players move around. We'll be keeping an eye out to see what happens with Lay.
It's 1342. 1342 is the current number right now for people to hit the portal. Like I told you, it's gonna be like another. It's gonna be another 20 to 40 players hit the portal, because as people commit, people hit the portal.
So so you think there are 1,342 spots open in college hoops right now?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not that many spots. It's not that's not the amount of spots open, but that's the amount of people that's entered so far. Because you guys realize
the number of players that's in the portal that's left from somewhere. Got you. And then some of these players are gonna take themselves out the transfer portal, right?
Yeah.
So some of them is gonna take their names out of the transfer portal.
Hey, Sis, what was the name of the NIL video? I know it's the hot takes one, but I can't remember what we titled it. The
I'm about to tell you 1 second.
It's for the people in the chat. They want to know. So if you want to go, just drop that in the chat.
I seen. I'm about to grab it.
Or drop the link for it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You say you happy that Fuwadi's leaving? Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
So she can spread her wings.
So here's the thing though. You can enter the portal and die in the portal. You can enter there and never get out the portal. So there's really not, most of the time this is what happens. If you're in a Power 4 conference, which were like the SEC, the Big 10, the Big 12, ACC, and you don't get picked up, then you're probably going out to a lower level. So if you don't get picked up at the level that you at by somebody, that means you're going to a lower level, because you ain't gonna not play somewhere. So you just go to a lower level, then you gotta go ball out at that lower level and then put your name right back in the portal if you have eligibility left to go back and play at a bigger level. So, but there's more kids that die in the portal than it is actually get picked up, because you gotta think about it. There is a whole nother group of kids that's coming to the college for as high school players go. And then you still got the percentage of kids that's at a junior college that's transferring up. So there is a lot that plays into the rim, and that's why it's like when you say hitting the portal, you better have a plan before you hit the portal. Because if you don't have a plan when you hit that portal, you're gonna die in that portal. That's just a matter. You better somebody in your camp, whether that be your parents, direct parents, your brother, your sister, your uncle, whoever is affiliated to somebody that knows somebody at a different school, you better reach out to them before you transfer. Otherwise, you SOL. Now there are situations where there's college coaches that just let you go because they just don't want you in the program no more because you don't bring one of three things. You're not a starter. You're not a good practice or a role player, and you're not a GPA person. So if you just want to stick around, you can stick around just because you're a high GPA person. We're never gonna tell you get in the portal because you're a high GPA person that we need for you to bring the GPA up on the team because the star players may not have the GPA, so we need you on the team just because of your GPA. So if you ain't doing one of them three jobs, you out of there. It's just what it is. It's the business side of it. Because we need our GPA kids, you know what I'm saying? That's what keeps us, making sure that the dollars rolling in from the academic side so they don't get on my butt so I don't be gone. Because you still got, we got to make sure the academics are good. So we need them
Absolutely.
academic kids.
Wow, because everybody on the lower level, ball level, do not have other professional aspects.
So what happens with them is, as you get better, because this is what's going to happen. This is exactly what's going to happen. Some of these 5-stars and 4-stars are going to start going to lower level teams because then they can go average this, that, and the third, and then move up and get a bigger bag than what they was going to get if they originally committed to this team. So now it's just a trickle down effect. As players get better at lower levels, those players go to a lower level. Like it's just a trickle down effect. This is going to happen. So you go from the P4 to the group of 5, from the group of 5 to the Division 2 to Division 2 to D3 or NAI, and then your junior college. So that it's just gonna be a trickle down effect.
That's how it is.
It's just gonna get better for
That's how
everybody.
it is.
But what it's gonna do is going to create equalness throughout the playing fields, parity, right? That's what people don't want. People don't want parity, right? Because now you find out who can really coach and who can't. That's why people don't want parity. That's why people don't want certain people to leave certain places, and they want people to stay on top because the minute they off the top, now you get to find out the real flaws of some of these teams. Like some of these coaches are living behind. They just got good talent. That don't mean that they're a good coach. Because I need to see you when you didn't have nothing, what you look like, versus when you had something.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Okay. And then I see y'all saying, I think Vintage Crew, we said possibly stays in the SEC. We thought about Ole Miss, Auburn. I saw another. And then if we win the Natty next year, you wondering if she'll try to come back. We already said it's potential that she don't even leave, and we also said it's potential that she goes away and comes back for her senior year. So those are all real possibilities. Yeah, and the portal can be like the Bermuda Triangle. I see somebody say if you say 40% of the players don't make it out of the portal, that's like 600 that just don't play D1 next year. Is that what that means? They just
They don't listen.
some
They go from D1 to D2. You see a lot of Division 1 players going to D2. So, and then the players that's at the bottom, like you. Like, here's the thing. You always trying to improve the bottom 20% of your roster. So that means 20% of your roster is hitting the portal. That means 20% of that is going down a level. So then as they become better at that level, that means 20% from that level is going down. So it's just 20%. So yeah, 40. So when you look at it in reality, it's about 40% of the players don't get picked up on the Division 1 roster because that 40% of players that didn't get picked up, 20% of that came from high school and the other 20 came from JUCO. So that's how you get to the 40%.
Got you. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, that was. I think that was Robbie Kwon. Okay, I wanted to talk about that one. Okay, then the academic part ain't there. Oh, the other part, because the other piece of that is you could be trying to transfer into a school and then none of your credits go. Then where does that leave you?
Every
Your
school is
major is
different.
not there, right?
I listen. I'm telling you right now. Take general studies until your junior year. First 2 years, take general studies because guess what? Them credits gonna transfer. Because the minute you transfer at school, that can play a part in you not going to another. Like you might want to say you at North Carolina, you want to transfer to South Carolina. well, the class you taking at North Carolina may not translate to South Carolina. So now you screwed. So you can't go to South Carolina just because of your academics credits don't transfer. So now you actually back a year as far as your school side of everything. That plays a part too. You might not want to start out on the school side.
So, and then don't you also?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Don't you also have to be academically eligible to transfer? You can't transfer if you're not academically eligible to play. Is that right?
Yeah, you need a 2.3, but I mean, you gotta be like real life, not going to study hall and well, I just seen it happen, so I can't say you gotta be an idiot, but I just think people just like there's people that's gonna do the work for you as long as you show up to the place you're supposed to do, right? So the people that really get into that type of situation are people that just ain't following what we telling you to do. Like we literally structure this out for you to. All you gotta do is show your physical body up to that spot, and everything else plays itself out. But if you're
MJ
not
say all the time
to that spot,
you get to see if you show up. He said all the time. I don't believe him. He say star athletes, they get to see if they just come to the class.
Star players do not go to classes. Star classes do not sit in classes. They don't. I don't. You won't even be able to function and have the class if the star. Just be mindful. If you take any star player and you put him in the classroom, do you obviously think that the class can be had? Because guess what?
I thought about. I mean, if Shador was in class, I'm asking, bro, what happened on Saturday, bro? What y'all was thinking? What y'all was doing? What y'all got coming up for this Saturday? Let me get a selfie. Let me get what's it's gonna be right. Angels in class, right? You asking questions. You want to know about the game. Lay in class. But that move that you just did, that looked like you asking, right? It's a disruption. I would think. Let me know.
Just think about this. What if the professor really rock with the sport that you in? Anyway, oh man, hey, listen, how can I get front row seats to the game? My whole boy, like they trying to get the hook up too. You think just the students or the professors trying to get on that?
I wasn't even thinking about the teachers, but think about just trying to walk in the building to the class. The janitor gonna try to holler at you. Probably teachers who class you ain't even in gonna try to holler at you if they fans of the sport.
Man, I listen, and don't let the professor be attracted to you. It's really up, like. Man,
there you go. There you go. Man. Now you want to have a real conversation.
Man, come
on.
Now
you trying to have a real conversation. Now you talking about now the professors be attracted.
Hey, listen. You don't know what be on people's mind. Hey, listen. I'm telling you, man. You get into that realm, it get different. Like that's why the only people that you truly see go to class are your GPA kids and your freshmen. After that, and if you blow up as a freshman, in like less than 3 months, you stop going to class. They're gonna make it online for you. During the season, it's gonna be more online than you gonna go to classes. During the off season, when you gonna really go to class, but your star players ain't gonna be in class. So that means, guess what? You're gonna be doing a lot of online stuff, so you can be out the picture.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. Imagine Camila Cardoso in your biology class. You trying to see what Miller on?
We trying to dissect this frog right now, but the star player just walked in. Man, hell with that frog, man. What's the word? Don't get no party kid up in that class. It's up. They trying to invite you to all the parties. Make sure you got the VIP passes. Make sure you bring all your teammates. Man, it's so much.
Man, who? Because I need the gear. I need to know what's up with the gear. What's up with the gear? I need a pair of them shoes. What's happening?
Hey, listen. And this for the ones like that you get. Hey, listen. You get a girl or a dude just because you on a team, but you ain't got no game to get them, and they just come to you because you on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like those things happen.
Michael Jordan said he told Tiger Woods, "Man, you don't know what to say. Tell him you Tiger Woods."
Yeah.
Leave that hell. So I'm Tiger Woods, and the rest will work itself out. I see y'all holding out hope. Y'all said maybe it's a shake now. Queen K say online is harder.
Listen, All reason why online is harder is because they try to cram your knowledge. Like in a online setting, they spread out the material. When you're online, they could just all the material. But in reality, when them kids ain't doing that work, man. I'm gonna be real honest. A lot of them kids ain't doing that work online. They got a study hall for a reason. They got tutors for a reason. They found the GPA kids that can help them get it done. All right, come on now.
Who? If you smart, we get in our classes together. What's your schedule? Let me see your schedule. Especially if we in the same major. But you said in the first 2 years we just doing undergrad anyway. What's your schedule? Let me see your schedule.
Man, you going through general studies your first 2 years. Then your junior years, you gonna pick your major. You know what I'm saying? If you smart, that's what you better do. If you think about transferring, because guess what? You might have a major at this school, but the next school you transfer might not even have that major. So then what you do?
Oh man. You got to physically write to 3, 4, 20 different people at one time. You talking about online in the online space? Man, they doing that already though. They do that in their sleep. They going to class right on their phone.
Hey, listen. Hey, don't look up and you get one of them people that just graduated. You know what I'm saying? And they paying them some extra bread. And you know what I'm saying? And all they doing is filling in the blanks of stuff that they ain't already did for you. Man, come on, man. Hey, listen, bro. There's a loophole around all this stuff. Hey, money talk bullshit wall, but hey, I'm telling you right now, hey, money talking around campus. They gonna make if they want you to be eligible, they gonna make sure you eligible. I don't care who you is. If you bringing something to the table and you doing everything they tell you to do, they gonna make sure you eligible. That's one thing they gonna do. And it's funny how stuff happen because it is kids walking around as athletes with F's in class just because they ain't not attending class.
Right. I want to address this one right here. Patricia, you're confused. I thought she wanted to play with her AAU teammates, and I thought she always wanted to be a Gamecock, and her team was a sisterhood. And she's 20 years old. And that changed. That's all. She did want that, and she had the opportunity to do that. She played with a majority of her AAU teams. When asked what it would be like to play with Latson, that could be an undefeated season. But at the end of the day, as of right now, she's decided that she would like to take her talent somewhere else. And that's the beauty of the transfer portal. She can. That doesn't mean I don't want you to question whether or not she meant those things at that time. When she said it, that was absolutely what was on her heart.
I said you gotta say unofficially. Unofficially.
Nah,
it's not official yet. Unofficially.
Yeah, it's not official. Unofficially in the transfer portal. Right? So and she right. And she may in an hour and a half decide, you know what? I want that back. And she take her name right out the portal and go back in there and be like, yo, I was tripping. Give me a hug, big dog. Oh, I was tripping. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's go get something. Let's head over to 5 points. Right?
Yeah.
So
that's what
you gotta let these kids take their journey.
Yeah, that's the point of people is unofficially she's in a portal, right? The paperwork has been done. It ain't officially yet. So when it's official, then until she signs to another school, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Until she signs to another school.
Now here go MJ want to have a real conversation. At 19, I was gonna be a lawyer. Man, I was gonna be a lawyer and all kind of stuff, man. You know. And then I didn't want to do that no more. That's all. Yeah, I just want the young people to be happy too.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. At 19, I was in college living a double life as an athlete.
Like, lying to you. I'm gonna have to take it. I'm taking a trip home this weekend, and then I'll be back. I was moving and grooving, and you was moving and grooving.
I was living a double life, bro. At 19, you wouldn't. Hey, listen, this version of Rob, you wouldn't even want to see at 19. But I was living my best life at 19, playing football.
Y'all would not exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Most of y'all probably wouldn't even subscribe to my channel at 19. Darnell said he was moving to cannabis out his mom's basement at 19. See what I'm saying? Life was different.
Listen, you 19, you know what I'm saying? You went beyond her, smell like cinnamon, relax, trying to get out into the world, trying to figure out what the world is. What is this?
Man.
I'm trying something.
Oh, and Vintage Crew, congratulations to you. You knew you wanted to be a doctor, and you are. That's dope. At 19, for you to know that and go do that, that's dope. It's rare, but I'm happy for it. Oh, 19, you? Bookie, I already know. I already know you was a problem. I already know off rip. You was a problem.
Oh man. But listen though, for real, be honest though, a lot of people forget when they was at that age what they would have done, right? And when you start talking about money involved now and sports, that what I mean, it was involved in sports back then, but it was more of envelopes being passed out. Not
Yeah,
like the money is now.
right. It's
The money
legal? It's
is a little
legal?
different now. It's
It's
legal
legal.
now. And listen, think about it like this, right? It was illegal back then, so if we got you a car, we gotta sell how you got this car. We gotta make up all these excuses and lies how we got you this car, this, that, the third. So everybody wasn't getting the car because you gotta start explaining stuff. Now that it's legal, off the rip, just as a minimal fee, everybody got a car. Like everybody getting a car. What car do you want? You pick and choose your car. I'm gonna send you to this car lot, and you just sign your name. Make sure you don't damage the car, get into no car accident. You got whatever car you want.
Exactly. Way different. Way different than LeBron and the Hummer, right? Way different than
Yeah,
LeBron
you
and the
gotta
Hummer.
explain that. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta cover a million stories just to, you know what I'm saying, to figure out how we finna get all this stuff cool. And then on top of that, you got a Hummer and you let that mug run throughout the game. So when I jump in, it's fresh, ready to go. So how you pulling that off?
Look, true, because if NIL transferring without sitting out a year was around in my days, I might have left too. You never
Tell me,
know.
hey, listen, I didn't even bring up the parts you had to sit off for you. I didn't even bring that up. That's what stopped a lot of things from transferring. I got to sit out a whole year of the sport and not play. I ain't even bring up that part. Man,
I've been horsing around since 19. Hey, shake my hand, move around.
I I was doing a lot of that at night. Hey, shake my hand. We got a party this weekend. What's the word? You know what I'm saying? I'm making all type of extra money. All type
let
of
me put
fun
my
just because I'm on the football team. What?
let me put my backpack on and get out
Man,
here. Let me put my
man,
backpack on, get out
I'm
here,
throwing all
baby,
type of
move
parties at
around.
clubs. Cause you gotta think about it. It was a real struggle as an athlete, man. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? That little type of money you got, man, that was gone, man. We gotta make some money. Hey, we throwing a party this weekend so everybody can get some money. Man, come on.
Put my backpack on and move around. Backpack.
Hey, listen. If you think I'm a Jew dropper, you still in store. You went. The real Jew dropper ain't even came on the show yet, but he'll be there
Oh,
real
he
soon.
coming. He
He
coming.
covered. Don't worry about it.
So they said Layden posted forever a Gamecock. So y'all get your tears out.
Hey, she post something like that, you know some leveraging going on right now. Yeah. If she post that, hey, some leverage
She
going on.
posted forever Gamecocks.
I'm telling you, there's some leverage
Oh,
going on. She coming, even if she goes for the year, she coming back to South Carolina. She coming back.
you think she comes back?
Oh, you don't post nothing like that if like, come on, man, some leverage going on.
3 hours ago. Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right, 3 hours ago.
It's,
Like I
it's
said,
some.
whatever decision she make, I'm happy for her. Whatever
I listen.
decision she make, I'm
You
happy.
don't listen. Everything's a grain of salt until she saw on the dotted line until she actually start. Because listen, here's one of the things that y'all. All right, so late going into her junior year, right? If she's smart about it, right, she could double up on all her classwork in the summertime, graduate. Once she's a graduate player, and on the class side, you can transfer she
Anytime
can
you
still
want.
come back and play for South Carolina next season. She can go
Mm-hmm.
somewhere right now. She can sign right now, go somewhere, work out, do all this stuff, and leave in the summer and be a graduate transfer, and be right back in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. I've been horsing around. Yes, shades on in the club and everything at night. So what you got
Yeah,
them
fuck yeah.
sunglasses on in the club for? Because I'm just that cool. I don't want nobody to see my
I
eyes.
I listen. I always had sunglasses on in the club.
Shades on in the club, baby. Shades on in
You
the
couldn't,
club.
man. What?
I got a question. Here we go. Kwame Brown said the hustle back then was verbal commitments. He said he got 300,000 a pop just off a verbal commitment, and that was back then. Think about how many years ago Kwame was doing that. Think about that now.
I listen. So he got 300,000 right for a verbal commitment, right? There's kids out here getting 300,000 just to come on a college visit. The hell with the and so then, and this is why I say verbal commitments really don't be meaning nothing, because a lot of these kids, they verbally commit because they got paid to commit. And then by the time you get to National Signing Day, they didn't commit it to like 4 or 5 people behind the scenes and then sign somewhere else. Them verbal commitments don't mean nothing. Not a dang gone thing. I just paid you to make myself look good, to let the administration know I look like I was doing something with my job when I'm really not. I'm really not working, but I just pay this person to come in and make it look like I was working. Just looking forward to a new team, but I love me too. So she might just be one of them. Hey, listen, yeah. Lake and window shop. Hey, she really in control. Like, to be honest with you, Lay more in control than anything in the situation. She could literally tell Don, hey, Don, I got all intentions of coming back next year, but I want to go take these visits right quick. And on these visits, she can rack up about $500K just taking visits to schools right now, and then come back. And all the money that she was asking for, I'm not saying that she was asking for money, but whatever the stipulation was that she was asking for, she might get that and already done made 2, 3, 4, 5 bags, and then came back to South Carolina like ain't nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Shake my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't be understanding. A lot of these kids, I just seen kids commit to a school, say they was coming, decommit after they got the money, decommit from a school and went to another school and got them another bag. And now this school, school A looking stupid because you just paid him this money, he committed to you, then he decommit and then commit to another school. All in the span of 24 hours.
So let me ask you this question. Does that have any effect on the character of the kid? You know, that character that they be talking about when they get ready to go to the draft and all of that. Is that something that people frown upon? Or is it just the business? Is it just the nature of the business?
No, it's you being a dummy for paying the person the money.
Just the nature of the business.
It's just the nature of the business. It's literally you being a dummy, because like you know if you got a real chance to land a kid, right? If I come into your office, right, and we just chopping it up, you gonna feel my vibe, you gonna see my eye contact, you gonna understand everything about if I'm really interested in this college or not. If I ain't really interested, I ain't really interested. I'm just going, you know what I'm saying? So for you to come back and rebuttal like, hey, listen, I'm gonna give you 500,000 right now, and I'm like, I pick up the phone, I call dude. He come over here with the briefcase or with the check, or you know what I'm saying, or, and show you that he about to wire transfer it to you.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? So you gonna give me some free money if I commit right now, verbally commit, and don't put that on paper? Oh yeah, let me get that right now. But that's how they thinking.
With the hopes that you'll sign the paper when it's time to sign it.
Yeah, but say you come from a background where, you know what I'm saying, your parents is rich, you know what I'm saying, you come from a wealthy background. That 500,000 might not be worth it. You be like, I want to see if this really fit. You know what I'm saying? Let me do it, and then I'm gonna make my decision. So you holding everybody hostage.
Lay got y'all stressed out. Y'all like, we think she just wrote one of them fake running away letters. She coming home back.
Hey, listen, and see, this is why I always tell people, man, fan favorites come and go, but behind that whole thing is, don't get to wilding out if you see something happen, because it could be an emotional decision, and when they come down off that emotional decision, they could change their mind and be like, I got to come back, coach. I'm sorry. It was just, representatives in my ear telling me I need to do this, do that, but I really need to stay here and really push through this, because this is what's going to help build my character. So,
y'all know how it is. Come on, Dawn like a mom anyway.
Yeah, man,
head down. My bad. I'm ready to get to work.
Yeah, man. It's just sometimes you got to go let that kid bump their head. You know what I'm saying? Before they understand. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is.
Okay, and Aaron, you think it's a real chance that she could come back? Okay, I mean, I think so too. Kids change their minds. But if she doesn't, wishing her the best.
Hey, listen. The minute you said forever Gamecock, you coming back?
No, forever Gamecocks. She said forever Gamecocks.
I know you coming back. That just you want to
said that.
You know what I'm saying?
Was it
You never said how
emotional?
long you was gonna leave for. If you were leaving, you ain't really put out.
Yeah.
The thing about it is though, she really ain't put out a pressure. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a grain of salt.
Okay. So is it kind of like tested free agency?
Yeah, that's the perfect word for it. I'm testing my stock to see what I got.
Okay.
If I can, listen, this is what this is meant for. Hey man, test your stock, see what it look like, and then if you ain't getting what we telling you to get, or you ain't getting more than that, then I might well just stay where I'm at. I'm testing to see what my value is. So then when I get what my true value is from everybody, now I can go back to South Carolina and say, hey, this is my value based upon what all the data that I didn't got from everybody, this is my value. So meet me in the middle of it, I'm good, I stay.
And you hear pro players say it's really good to go and test your free agency. Go test free agency. A lot of times they go out, they test free agency, and then they come back and sign on the dotted line where they was at. Like you said, you pick up that data, you get an understanding of what your worth is, how other people value you outside of being a hometown hero, outside of playing in Dawn Staley's system and standard, right? So you get to find that stuff out, and you go from there.
But those are the things that people don't want to say. You know what I'm saying? That's just, that's why I never get mad or sad if a kid leave. Man, listen, I understand the logistics of it. I deal with these conversations with talking to college coaches and understanding all their narratives and this, that, and the third, and them trying to say you a dream and say you hope and say you this and say you that. So I get it, right? You want to, if you ain't never really like, and think about this though. This is gonna be the first time where she's truly going to be recruited. So now I just want to see what it feels like, because I hear all y'all talk about it, but this is the first time I'm really gonna get recruited from other schools. So I want to hear what their true pitch is, because if everybody in America knew I'm going to South Carolina, why am I wasting my time trying to even pitch to this kid? I'm wasting my time. So now, what's the real pitch? Now you got to really pitch to sell me why I should be there. Like, you got to really put forth an effort, lay the red carpet out for me to come there. So now she's going to get that real experience of what that looks like. And so she going to know who's saying some BS. She going to know who keeping it real. She know who going to bring the money and who ain't. So then she gives her opportunity to narrow down her list of what it looks like. It's the first time. She wanted to experience, see what that felt like.
Go visit some of these schools. See what they offer. Talk to them. See what you know what it's like where you was at now. Now you got something to compare it against.
But I mean, she gonna get paid for these visits, so it don't matter. She get money out of the situation, regardless of the fact that she come back to South Carolina. As long as she talking to a school, if a school, my biggest thing is, can a school get her on a visit? If they can't get on a visit, she's gonna be a Gamecock next year.
Oh yeah. Wherever she go, run it up. Whatever she do, I want her to feel good about it when she got to sit with the decision. That's where I'm at with it.
It's just things that happen, man. But you just get through it. You go through it's growing pains. That's just what happens. It's just growing pains. But it all works itself out. All you got to do is just be patient.
Is there a standard payout for a visit, or is that what you negotiate?
It's up to what the school want to offer you.
Gotcha.
That's really it. It ain't. There's no such and such standard payout, bro. If you want a kid enough, what moves the kid's attention? How much money gonna move a kid's attention? Miles Goodman just went to no, I'm tripping. I was about to say something, but that didn't pertain to what I was finna say.
Oh yeah, Darnell Baylor. We got 433 watching on both platforms. It's big news. Run them lights up, yo.
I listen. It's truly negotiated through the player and through the coach, right? If you talking about a school that got a lot of NIL collective money, they got a lot of NIL collective money. Oh yeah, go run that up over there, because they gonna. Hey, listen, you gonna get a solid one, like 10K just to come on a visit. A solid 10K. All right, I'm gonna give you a 10K piece to come on this visit. What's up with it?
Plus whatever. Plus the experience, whatever you get little gear and all that, right?
Yeah, you get all that, man. Ain't nobody worried about that. Because here's why. They got to use up all this collective money before revenue share kicks in. So a lot of these people that's got money in the bank, you got to use that up because all that's gonna go away. You ain't gonna you ain't gonna have none of that money to leverage with. So you got to use up all that money because what happens is all that money that you got that you can control of right now, all they go to the school. So you better use it wisely. So that's what I'm saying. Like some of these kids, like when you see kids going on visits right now, a lot of these kids getting paid to come on some of these schools that they know they ain't got no hell chance of even thinking about going there. But they going there because they paying them. So
and it's a free trip.
Yeah. Hey, listen, free travel. Hey, listen. If you're in school that's close by a beach, every time, hey, listen, I need you to come on board. I'm gonna go to the beach for a couple days, put my feet up. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, you just pay me to have a free trip. And could you imagine if you was like visiting Georgia Tech, you going to Atlanta, you finna go kick it. You know they finna take you. You know they about to take you.
When you go on a visit, do you get to bring somebody with you on the visit, or you by yourself on the visit? Do you get to bring somebody with you on the visit?
Yeah, you get to bring somebody. So
or does it depend?
It depends on how bad they want you, because you get to bring two people with you.
Okay.
Plus, they're gonna pay for you and two people, right? Depending on who them two people is, if it's two people that's in the same like age bracket as you, the similar age bracket, most of the time, like on transfers, most of the time with transfers, you don't really see the parents. You see more of the kids and either they girlfriend or two people that's close to them that they trust or the agent. That's most of the time what you see.
Okay. But a transfer, like, for sure, that makes sense.
When you talking about like high school, when you're in high school, you're gonna see more of the
parents going.
Yeah, you're gonna deal with the parents. You're gonna deal with the parents more on high school kids than you are on transfer kids. Now there are situations where the parents still goes on transfer, like they want to know, you know what I'm saying, X amount of things or what they wasn't getting.
Depending on how involved they are, for sure.
Yeah, but most of the time right now, the transfer portal, you see an agent and like the player's girlfriend or boyfriend and then a friend. So then now it makes it easier, right? Because if say I'm trying to recruit you as a girl, you bring your boyfriend, and then y'all bring y'all friend, which might be your homegirl, right, on a visit, right? Now I don't gotta do nothing extra because I was already gonna probably wind it down, probably take y'all out to the club or something. Now I don't gotta try to find out for your parents to do. You get what I'm saying? Because you still trying to find somewhere for their parents to do with a group, so then they can take them out to do whatever, so they can have fun, so they can relax their mind and show them, hey,
transfers
good here.
I don't think transfers is happening over Zoom. And yeah, she is 19, but I don't know. Late situation could be a little bit different because she didn't really do a lot of recruiting early, so her mom may be involved. But I think what we talking about is just in general. When I done put 2 years, 3 years in at college, my mom ain't going with me. I'm finna go figure out where I want to be.
Yeah, I know.
Mama, I'll let you know when I get there. But you ain't got to be here. You not gonna play.
Yeah, no, they definitely putting you in. They definitely putting you in a great hotel. Like you ain't gonna stay in no BS. They gonna put you in a great hotel. They just need to know who coming on a visit. The parents the parents are the biggest influence. That's why they recruit the parents too. Like if my kid going somewhere, as a parent, I want to be there. I'm not I don't want no agent speaking for me and my family. That's how a lot of these kids get screwed because they send an agent with their kid and they ain't there. So the agent is the one answering these questions. The agent is the one that's willing to deal it, and you might get put in a situation that you might not want. But you still get the same benefits from that last college where they got you a house, where your kid moved there, they got you a house or apartment, or whatever you wanted to have, or a car. You know what I'm saying? It just varies. So it's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, man, that a lot of people ain't aware about when you start talking about visits. Like, man, hey, it can get every visit is gonna be good because more than likely they didn't took your parents winding down. And if you got one of them uncles that came on the visit or the dad that like to go to the strip club, oh, it's up. It's up. We
talk about that. What is it that they like? You know, maybe you got a single parent. That maybe you seen on their social media what they like to be around. So you gonna make sure that they get some place that's gonna entertain them while you going to get your nighttime entertainment. So it all work out. They make sure everybody have a good time. You think Lay just testing out other schools? Okay.
No. You always gonna have a FaceTime call with whatever recruit that you're recruiting because you want to see their face. You want to know it's real. So everybody doing that. Now you'll be an idiot to make a decision over a FaceTime call and not be on campus because they really saying you some BS. I don't care what the name of the program is. If they ain't trying to get you to come on campus and have a real visit with you, so you understand the environment, what's going on, they hiding something. And more than likely, that kid's gonna leave.
The draft is on Monday. If Dawn and Lay had a meeting saying goodbye, it's a wrap. She not coming back.
Why does she have to have a meeting saying goodbye? Why couldn't she just have a meeting just be like, hey, coach, I'm gonna test my market, right? And Don like, hey, go do that because I want you to get that extra money. Because we can't get it. Based upon our collectors, what we got, right? We try to get these other players in. We might not can't get it to you right now. You know? What we doing?
Oh, I don't know. Could he just say anything?
She's stupid. If she do something like that, she hurting Fulwiley.
Dawn talked to Asia and she didn't leave. Asia was leaving too.
Well, also Asia era was a lot different than now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it's unofficially in the portal.
All right, since I gotta get up out of here, I got some things I gotta do.
Yeah, we finna get up out of here, y'all. Shake my hand, Mr. Shake My Hand. We gonna get out of here. I got me and Political Lil got a show coming up. I need to figure out what time that is. We pushing that back though. I gotta take a break for a minute. We'll be back. Probably do some therapy later on tonight just to have some more conversation around this since it's a hot topic right now. But we gonna talk about unapologetic, some of the black women in sports and the disrespect that goes on there in just a little bit. Rob, I appreciate you pulling up. Shake my hand. Y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon.